from All Caps Comics. Wait, what? Creed Reimaginary. Desperate for material for his new comic and to escape the dread of high school life, 17-year-old comic book creator Mark Farley returns to the dream world once more, only to find that in his absence, a mysterious entity has plunged the world of dreams into despair and darkness. Bands of marauding skeezicks scour the land, enslaving its inhabitants and forcing them to dig for the Dream Stone, a relic which grants the ultimate power of creation and destruction. Creed Reimaginary, back at today only on Indiegogo.
And if you don't like my politics, don't buy my book. Don't read them. And if you don't like my politics, don't buy my book. Don't read them. Girls read comics. Girls have always read comics. Problem solved. White boys, comic book reader. Don't buy my book. Don't buy my book. I literally can't even think. We can have a little conference on that. Would you please get your politics out of my comic books? Don't read them. What comic books are you reading? What comic books are you reading? Would you please get your politics out of my comic books? Don't read them. What comic books are you reading? What comic books are you reading? Comic book reader. Comic book reader. May I curse? White boys, don't read them. We're very worried about comics right now. Independent comic sales are down. Mainstream comic sales are down. Everything in the mid-list is way down. You don't make a lot of money that way. There is nothing inherently masculine of heroism. There's nothing inherently masculine heroism. Girls read comics. Girls have always read comics. Problem solved. Magic! Going into the red on singles and not coming out until the trades. Stores are closing. You don't make a lot of money that way. So, don't. Comics are booming.
Oh, it's true, everyone. Welcome to Comic Artist Pro Secrets. I am your host, your friend, your pal, Ethan Van Sciver, 28-year veteran of the comic book industry, world's most charming, disarming, elegant, eloquent, yet humble man, great big Gina Carano fan, trusted member of the media, well-rested today. God, I just, I got to say, first I got to apologize. I want to apologize to you, not necessarily to Dan Shaheen, but I definitely do want to apologize to you guys. I did my very best. I did my very best to be awake and ready to go. As I said on Twitter, I feel like I'm burning the candle at both ends. I am working on 8 different projects at once, trying to be a husband and father and trying to be a comic book artist all at the same time. And it is rough. Hi everyone. Yeah, I just needed to rest. I needed to sleep. So I actually wrote to Dan Shaheen and said it's noon. I know our show is at 3. I'm going to try to wake up, but I'm going to go to sleep, and I don't know when I'm going to. Can we reschedule for 8 p.m.? And he said 8 p.m. is rough for me because I think he gets up at 5:30 in the morning, so he's asleep at 8. And I just said another time, probably. But then I woke up at like 4 o'clock. I got 4 hours of sleep. I woke up and watched his show. And he said to me in private, he said, "Am I allowed to show clips from your show?" And I said, "The only one you're allowed to show is the one with the Tommy gun and the Chinese people." And he said, "I didn't know about that one. I got a different one." And I said, "Oh, well, by all means, I give you permission to show that." And I caught the end of it, and evidently his whole thing was a clip of me from 2017 welcoming Mark Wade on my show. It's like, do you remember this when you said Mark Wade was a legend? I do remember that. I remember saying Mark Wade was a legend. Welcome to my show, interviewing him and being very cordial to him, only to have him lose his shit because one of you guys, one of you fellows in the one of you fellas in the chat showed up with a fake Mark Wade account. And Mark Wade basically was, kind of upset that the interview went the way it had. He was hoping it would be a culture war moment. I didn't give him that. I would give him a very cordial interview in which I treated him with honor and dignity. And he, I guess, heard that there was this fake Mark Wade in the chat. He used that as an excuse to flip out. And that's where we got the famous phrase, fix this now, effing fix this now, as you guys remember. And then, threats about a rusty chainsaw. Let's see. Shaheen will never forget this insult. Sir Adro says, Dan wasn't understanding. He was very smug. He's two different people. Dan is, in private, Dan's like, okay, yeah, sure. Like, let's reschedule. And then I guess in public, I actually did watch, like I said, I watched the end of the show, and he had that whole thing where he's extremely combative with his audience. He's like, "Oh, you guys again, huh? Like you guys are like he's putting on his show for no one, and then people are just kind of watching him unexpectedly, and he resents it. He's like, I know I got to put on a show for an audience, but fuck the audience." Let me see here. Eric McIntyre says, "It's my birthday. What did you get me?" Well, happy birthday, Eric. What I got you was a live stream. I hope you enjoy it. Let's see. You made the right decision, says Thanos was victimized. Well, it wasn't really a decision. It was just a necessity. Again, I don't mind it. I think Dan Shaheen is a funny character. Yes, of course, he's everything. He's a snake. He's everything that people say he is. But it is, it's funny. I'm glad you avoided weak sauce Shaheen, the snake oil salesman. Oh boy. Yeah, I guess I gotta go back and watch the whole interview. And I think somebody else came on, and I don't know. Who was it that came on instead? Let me see. Looking trimmy, not you, your peer. Thank you. I did get a haircut a couple days ago, but I did get a haircut. Let's see. Don't annoy Dan by watching, says Geode Rockstasia. That's correct. I mean, that's the worst thing in the world, is to be Dan Shaheen's audience. He just doesn't like it. One of the things that I said to him was, he said, "Are we good?" And I said, "Yeah, we're good, but I do have conditions." He said, "I don't have any conditions." I said, "Well, you're the host." I said, "My conditions for appearing on your show are very simple. You will read the super chats and you will not block the chat. That's those are necessary. You can't turn off the chat. Oh, and the other thing is, you can't turn the title, like you can't change the title. If you want to go, if you want to have me on your show and the title of your live stream is Ethan Van Sciver's a rat bastard, then that's cool. Like, just let me know what the title is going to be. Don't change the title afterwards." He says, "Why not?" I said, "Because that's non-consensual." You know what I mean? Like, it's non-consensual for me to appear on a show where I don't know what the title of your show is. And he said, he literally said this. He said, "Some of the best things in life are non-consensual." I said, yeah, you got to watch what you say. You can't say things like that around around the people. All I said was, I just want to put on a show for people. That's all it is. Yeah, it was pretty funny. So Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I will reschedule. I definitely will reschedule, and we will get going. All right, yeah, it's one of those things. It's very controversial, and people have different opinions about it. Today was a heck of a day. Andrea got her second shot. That was part of the problem. Like, I really thought I was going to go to sleep around 6 a.m. But Andrea reminded me, she's like, I need you to drive me over to get my shot over to some college, some university here in New Jersey. I can't remember which one it is. It's in Gloucester County or something like that. So I had to drive her at like 10. What time was it? Anyway, I was like basically just a mess driving this car home, but she was worse. She got her second shot. We're monitoring her. The whole thing is a nightmare. It's like, okay, so the first shot that you get for your vaccine basically puts your arm to sleep. Your arm is going to be sore for like 3 days. I'm like, I don't need that. Like, that's the last thing I need. And then the second shot makes you sick for a week. I don't need that either. I don't need her to be sick, and I don't need me to be sick. And I got to get my vaccine tomorrow. So I got to do it. I know people are, very upset about it, but I got to do it. All right, let me see here. So in any case, that's why I came home and fell asleep. Just couldn't do it. I just had too much going on. Agent DeCamp says, got my cards. Love them. That is awesome. Appreciate it. I got my hoodie. Thank you. I'm still going to call you Chubkins in the chat. That's fine. I'm glad you're enjoying your hoodie. Let me see. Dan will invite you again. He loves you all for himself. Yeah. The other thing that Dan wanted to do was put me on with my brother Noah. And I'm like, no. It's like, don't ask my little brother to jump into that frying pan. He's got his whole other thing going on. And I think, the SJW side of the comic book industry, I mean, the horrible SJW side of the comic book industry, likes to use my little brother against me. They like to go, he's the good Vance Sciver. In the meantime, they bullied him too. I mean, he knows what's up. He's not, Noah is under no illusions about who these people are and what they do. But there's this whole idea that it's just like, if we can just get you guys together and maybe have a conversation about why he's the good one and you're the bad one. And I'm like, well, we can't do that. And the reason why we can't do that, the reason why my little brother and I are not safe to have a conversation together in public is because of you. Do you understand? It's like, how could you possibly think that you're the good guys when that situation is in place, where people are afraid, where family is afraid to kind of appear together and do conversations because it's going to lead to harassment, because it could possibly lead to cancellation, to all kinds of problems and this and that. How can you possibly think you guys are the good guys? How can you think that you are as good as me, as righteous as me, when that situation exists? Absolutely shameful. But that is the way it is. That's the way it is. All right, let me see here. Don't get the shot, people are saying constantly. D. Gray says, I wouldn't trust any club that would have me. Famous Groucho Marx saying, I disagree. Wait, is it the other way around for me? I wouldn't trust any club that wouldn't have me. I put it that way. Billy Baxo says, Ethan, did the Patreon trading cards go out yet? No, they didn't. They're still being packed up, I think. I'm not sure. I don't know if any mail went out today. I think today might have been one day in which mail did not go out because of circumstances. Let me see. Peter's Fat says, as long as you stay healthy, that's what matters. You lazy bat. Love you. He says, love you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah. What do you mean? It's like an inspiration. It's like, get out there and get them now while you can. All right. So crazy stuff is going on as usual. I don't know what this is here. What's going on with Disney? I got to read this. I got to read this article. I got to kind of pay attention to what's going on in the world here with you guys. I got to keep you informed and inform myself. Disney officially unveils new inclusion key for theme park cast member training. Inclusion key. Following its reveal to cast members last September, Disney has officially unveiled the newest addition to their long-standing 4 Keys training philosophy for the theme park cast members, the Inclusion Key. Disney Parks, Experiences, and Products Chairman Josh D'Amaro officially unveiled the new Inclusion Key to the public on April 13th, writing in a post on the official Disney Parks blog, "We want our guests to see their own backgrounds and traditions reflected in the stories, experiences, and products they encounter in their interactions with Disney. And we want our cast members and future cast members to feel a sense of belonging at work. Like the 4 keys before them, the 5 keys, with inclusion at the heart, will continue to guide us as we interact with guests, collaborate together, create the next generation of Disney products and experiences, and make critical decisions about the future of our business. Inclusion is essential to our culture and leads us forward as we continue to realize our rich legacy of engaging storytelling, exceptional service, and Disney magic." The 4 keys refer to Disney's a Disney training philosophy in which theme park cast members are trained to prioritize the key elements. The elements before used to be safety. That's important in a big theme park, especially roller coasters. You want to make sure that people are safe. You want to be courteous. Safety and courtesy. These are 2 good protocols for a theme park. Show. You want to put on a show for them, I think. I think that's what that means. And efficiency. You don't want people standing around and waiting in lines. You want to make those lines go as quickly as possible. You want to make any problems and repairs, to rides happen quickly so that, people can enjoy their stay. And then also inclusion. You want to have inclusion in that order to ensure that theme park guests enjoy their experiences. In promotion of the new focus on inclusivity. By the way, inclusivity is just another SJW buzzword. I don't know at what point anybody was excluded. Was anybody ever excluded from a Disney theme park for cultural reasons? I don't know. I haven't heard of that. If that's true, then shame on them. And if they actually need to have a policy of inclusivity, shame on them. I have always been inclusive. Always. Everybody is allowed to purchase Cyberfrog. Everybody's allowed to give me money. I would not. I mean, there's nobody who. It doesn't matter your race or your religion, your gender. Everybody's allowed to give me money. That's my inclusivity policy. You're allowed to buy Cyberfrog. I want you to buy Cyberfrog. All right. So the company would be reimagining our attractions to be more inclusive. They're finally going to let black people on their rides. That's nice. Too little, too late, Disney. Too little, too late. Your policies of Jim Crow, your policies of racism, they are going to be remembered for a long time. Too little, too late. Most of America snapped to with the civil rights movement. Disney. Why didn't you? Why is it now 2021 and you're finally, letting go of your segregationist policies? It's an outrage. This is an outrage. And they're going to get applauded for it, too. Terrible. Yeah, Jim Eagle. I'm going to tell you something. Disney's policies make Jim Crow look like Jim Eagle, said Joe Biden. Look like Jim Eagle. The fuck is our president talking about? What is going on? All right. Anyway, what are they going to do? They're upcoming enhancements to Jungle Cruise. I'm sorry. And new adventures with Princess Tiana. And celebrating Princess Tiana is now trans, which is more inclusive. It's more inclusive. And celebrating the diverse and inspiring stories of our cast and fans with creator collaborations and exciting experiences like the Soul of Jazz exhibit at Walt Disney World Resort. Can't wait to go. This is Mickey Mouse before. This is Mickey Mouse in 2005. He was holding the key. He was the gatekeeper. He was saying, black people, stay out. This was their policy in 2005, excluding black people, Asians, homosexuals wouldn't let him in. But things have changed. It's no longer 2020. It's now 2021, and it's time for Disney to start allowing everybody to use their theme park. Everybody, even me. This focus on inclusion will also extend to cast members themselves, as D'Amaro also announced that Disney would also be loosening the policies that guide how our cast members show up for work. Uh-oh. What do you mean, the policies that guide how our cast members show up for work? Well, in 2020, we had different entrances and exits for people of color. Now, we are being inclusive, and we are allowing white people and black people to enter the park through the same entrances and leave through the same exits. We have finally unified our water fountains, our drinking fountains. This is all very progressive. Very proud of Disney for this. This is good. Again, most of America already arrived at this, at this sort of sense of morality 60 years ago. But, better late than never, I would say. Better late than never. All right. Our new approach provides greater flexibility with respect to forms of personal expression surrounding gender-inclusive hairstyles. Gender-inclusive hairstyles. Jewelry, nail styles, and costume choices, and allowing appropriate visible tattoos. I have a gigantic Rose Tico tattoo right on my tummy. It's Rose Tico's face. Am I allowed, finally, at last, to express myself by working at Disney, tying off my shirt into a half belly shirt, and allowing my Rose Tico tattoo to be exposed for the enjoyment of all park attendees? Are we at that point now, or are some of us lagging behind? Are we at the point now where I am allowed to express myself in that way, or no, Disney? You let me know. Sick of it. Sick of feeling discriminated against. Terrible. What a nightmare. We're updating them to not only remain relevant in today's workplace, but also to enable our cast members to better express their cultures and individuality at work. How about if you just get me my fucking frozen banana? Why is this something that needs to happen? Could our cast members just tell me where the log flume is? Why do I have to deal with some kind of performative... why do I have to deal with them telling me about their culture and individuality? I don't want them to. The less I know about the people who work at Disney, the better. I've always said that. Ridiculous. Oh, everybody gets to be individual. Everybody gets to tell us who they are. I don't want to know. I don't want to know who these people are. My God, again, the less we know, the better. Everybody keep it to yourself. And I'm going to say that about everyone and everything. Keep it to yourself. I don't want to know. Stop expressing yourself. Is it that hard to just stop expressing yourself? Moving forward, we believe our cast, who are at the center of the magic that lives in all of our experiences. They are not at the center of the magic in my life. There is no Disney cast member that is at the center of the magic that lives in my experience. Not one. And I defy you to point to one. I defy you to prove it. I don't know any. None. The magic at the center of my life. Well, I mean, there's Andrea and Ava, but there's also Cecil. I don't think Cecil works at Disney. I don't think he ever has. I don't think he ever will. I mean, he might, actually. You never know. Things might get that bad for him. But I wonder if they'd let Cecil express himself. See, that's a real challenge. Disney's talking about cast members being able to express themselves and being tolerant, being inclusive. Would they be tolerant and inclusive of Cecil and his Venom mask? That's Cecil expressing himself. Cecil showing up liquored out of his mind, drunk, That's his culture. That's who he is. That's who he will always be. And up until now, he has felt repressed. He's felt unable to explain to people where he's coming from, who he is, what he stands for. But now Disney has created this key. This is the key. This is the key that will allow Mike Oxmall the right to express himself freely at Disney parks. Don't give Mike Oxmall this key. He'd probably fucking... I don't know. He has every right to express himself. It is personal expression. That is right, SDA. It's his truth. Oh, it's so humiliating. All right, so none of these people are at the center of our lives. That's what we're trying to say. They're not the magic that lives in all our experiences. They're not. Got a $10 super chat here from Loch Ness Yoshi. He says they're trying to F with the My Favorite Ride, the Haunted Mansion 2. They really think people are going to go commit suicide over the ghost host hangman joke. So asinine. Yeah. Are they really? Trying to stop people from self-harm. I would change the Small World ride. Holy God, I almost jumped off the boat. It's a small world after all. 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 Absolute insanity. I don't even think kids like that. That's where self-harm comes into play. That's where people reconsider their life choices when they're on that ride with their kids. I think the kids do too. They're like, is this as good as it gets, Dad? I have no answer for that question. I don't know. But Disney's cast can provide the best of Disney's legendary guest service when they have more options for personal expression. Do we want these people expressing themselves? Personal expression. Personal expression. I think of personal expression. I don't know. I think of glittery gimps on stilts. I don't know what, I don't know what personal expression is. They get to express themselves at the park. How about no? How about anybody who wants to work at Disney full time? How about if they should express themselves less? Work on expressing the magic of Disney in a different way by shutting the fuck up and giving me my ice cream cone. That's all I want. Saved up for this vacation. I'm at Disney. I want to wear mouse ears. I want to eat an ice cream cone, and I want you to shut the fuck up. That's all I want. We're creating richer, more personal, more engaging experiences with our guests. That sounds like you're going to touch me someplace. No, thank you. All of this is non-consensual. It's all non-consensual. Dan Shaheen, as he once told me, I think it was yesterday, some of the best things are non-consensual, Ethan. I disagree. Everybody has to consent to everything all the time. In conclusion to the announcement, tomorrow promised fans, this is just the beginning. Oh, shit. This is just the beginning. As we continue to work towards a world where we all belong. Are you going to change the It's a Small World ride to be more multicultural? Why is it that as I travel through the world, all of those singing puppets, I'm like, oh, I'm going through this land and all of the puppets have the same skin color. I'm going through this land and all of those puppets have the same skin color. Everybody seems to be segregated. Everybody, there's a whole nationalist bent to the It's a Small World ride, isn't it, Disney? And while you're busy fixing all of your other rides to be more inclusive, what about that one? What about a multicultural melting pot? It's a Small World, where you drive through in that little boat, you go through different countries, and everybody's wearing the same thing no matter where you go. Everybody's drinking Coca-Cola. They're wearing Star Wars shirts and they're fat. A perfect blending. Disney is still sending messages to our kids on that ride. They're saying, these people belong here, and these people belong here, and these people belong here. It's a small world. Stay where you belong. It's a small world. Stay where you were born. The rest of the world is weird compared to our culture. What is this? Wooden shoes and fucking windmills. You don't want to go there. Stay here. In America. Why hasn't Disney fixed that ride yet? Yeah, why isn't there a black guy in China? Why isn't there? Why? Yeah, explain that to me. None of my business. The world is changing, and we will change with it and continue to be a source of joy and inspiration for all the world. We'll never stop working to make sure that Disney is a welcoming place for all. Except for Trump supporters. You bigots. What do you make of the official reveal of Disney's new inclusion key? I don't know. Toss it into a stump grinder. I will make it into, well, I mean, it's spring. It's spring cleanup. I could make it into mulch. I need all the areas around my trees freshly mulched for the spring. That's what I would like to do with the official reveal of Disney's new inclusion key. Let us know your thoughts on social media or in the comments down below. Why do I have to have thoughts about things? I don't want to think about this stuff. Trent Kanuga's Creed Reimaginary 1 and 2. This is it, everyone. This is the last day. Let me refresh this and just see where we're at. It says 22 hours here, but that's not right. 9 hours left. 9 hours left to get Trent Kanuga's Creed Reimaginary 1 and 2 to where it needs to be. Where is that? I don't know. In your hands. But you do not want to miss this. You know, All Caps Comics has grown quite a bit. All Caps Comics has grown quite a bit in the past year. We've taken some chances. We have grown. We were originally just going to be a company that was just a label, had the Laughing Man. You see the Laughing Man. Did you understand what the Laughing Man is? It's us going at the rest of the comic book industry sinking into the abyss. It's us looking at some very sad people saying, notice me, I want to be part of it. That's the Laughing Man. You know, saying everything's about diversity, including, hey, maybe women would like comic books as much as men. And we laugh, a happy, jolly laugh. That is what the All Caps Comics logo is all about. It's just going like that. And that's what we do. We laugh. We just laugh at all of the horrible nonsense that's going on in culture. The fact that everything seems to be about not making any money. Everything seems to be about, I don't really know, some political agenda, some social agenda. And here we are. We're just going, all right. Okay, weirdos. We're going to make comics. We're going to make money. We're going to make the kind of comics that people want. All Caps Comics is going to get the very best creators that are available to us. And we are going to, we're going to make people happy. We're going to take the money that we get for these books. We're going to make the best books possible. We're going to reinvest our profits right back into the company again. We're going to make bigger and better things. I was talking to a comic book pro in private, and I was saying, one of the big, this person I'm talking to a bunch of different professionals, honestly, right now. If people knew who they were, they would cry. But I'm talking to them like, what's your page rate? And they told me what their page rate was, and I was like, for pencils and inks, it's like I pay Kyle more than that to color. It's like that's your Marvel, that's your DC page rate. That's pathetic. And I'm telling you, when you pay people shit, when you pay people peanuts, they are going to produce quicker, sloppier work. They're going to produce things that don't matter. When you put, when you take the quality out of comics, when the paper stock is worse, when they're flimsier, when they're rushed to production, fewer people are going to buy them. And when fewer people buy them, big corporations are going to have to raise the price tag on those comic books in order to not take or show an enormous loss that would close up their entire publishing firm. And in turn, when a $3 comic is now $6 and it's not worth 25 cents, fewer and fewer people buy comics. And as you can see, this is a downward spiral. Fewer people are buying comics. We have to cut the costs. We can only pay creators peanuts now, even less. We have to cut their page rates. We have to take away their exclusive contracts. We have to drive them into despair, poverty, and desperation. And thus, we have to raise the prices of comics even more to make up for this endless descent into garbage. That's what's going on in comics right now. I refuse. I just absolutely refuse to do that. I think that if you just take a bold stand, and we got lucky right off the bat, Cyberfrog Blood Honey was an enormous success, far beyond what I thought it would ever be. I didn't think that we were going to make this kind of money. I had no idea. It was amazing. It was amazing to get funded like this. And you take that money and you roll it into the next project. You start planning other things. That's what we've been doing. And everything grows. When you can promise people quality, when you can promise people, when you can take creative people and pay them a living wage, when you can say, when you work for me, you are going to be paid very, very well. Why? Why am I going to pay you well? Because I love you? I mean, I do. I do love everybody who works for me. Let me think about that. Yeah, I do. I like them all. I at least like them. Why? Well, because when you're taking care of people and their living expenses and you're paying them a living wage, they are going to be able to devote all of their time and energy into making the very best product possible. And that's what it's all about. When I find out what your page rate is, and your page rate is for pencils and inks, what I pay the colorist, who, by the way, is doing very well, Kyle Ritter, working for All Caps Comics, doing very, very, very well. Then I realize that you're not being paid enough. And if I want you to work for me and produce the kind of work that is going to get people, my customers, to pay me a lot of money so that I can then roll that money back into creating better and better things, I better pay you better. I'm going to pay you 3 times what the mainstream pays you. It only makes sense. I'm trying to make comics that people want to buy. I'm not just trying to stay afloat here. We're trying to grow a business. So we're growing, as you can see, and they're shrinking. And that's what it's all about. You know, yesterday I had a nice reveal for you guys. Look how cute he is. Look at that. I got his arms here. I was going to glue his forearms in, and I got so many messages from toy collectors who just said, hey, don't you effing do that. Do not do that. What you need to do is take a pin or a staple, make a little wire pin. And I said, who am I? Who do you think I am over here? What do you think I do? Delicate surgery? I don't know how to do any of that shit. You know, I can barely see. I'm like, I'm going on 50 years old. My eyesight is going. I don't know how to do any of that. I'm going to spot weld these arms on. You know, everybody said no. This is the Paint Master. And this is extremely rare. Obviously, there's only 2 of these. There's one for me, and then the photographer has a set so that you could take pictures, and we'll be ready to launch this as a crowdfund. I could have made shit. I chose not to. I chose to make the very, very best thing that I possibly could. This is a great, look how cute he is. Look at his long legs. Look at his little face. Look at his little face. Look at him. I mean, this is straight out of the comic book, right? He's beautiful. Can't deny. Cyberfrog is a great looking character. So let me put him down here. What I've got him resting. Like, people are worried about how I'm taking care of it. He's resting on one of my elbow pads here. Go to sleep, little guy. There you go. I've got the rest of them put away. I showed you Heather yesterday. I showed you 90s Cyberfrog. I showed you the Vespis. I fixed one of the Vespis's arms with glue. I did do that. Yeah, look at his little face. I want to grow this company. All Caps Comics, we are in a prime position right now. We're just in a great position to do amazing things. You know, it's not like we have very much competition in terms of what everyone else is doing. We just don't. We can provide quality. I can hire some of the best talent right now. People are out of work, and I can put them to work doing cool stuff and paying them very well. Look at this. Look at the detail on this bucket of By the way, I got pissed off because I looked at this, and if you look, it says 12 piece. How is that a 12 piece? There are 12 pieces of chicken sitting right on top. What's underneath? And then I looked at this all day when I was drawing, and I was like, probably like the breasts and thighs are at the bottom, and they're like, you know, there'll be 2 of each, maybe 3 of each, and they're filling up the bottom of the. So at the top you have wings and legs, and that's why it looks like it's biscuits are in there. You think it's biscuits? Yeah, this is like a 24 piece. You're right, Julia. This is way more than 12. I know. I'm a chicken connoisseur. I definitely love fried chicken. How great will it be when Andrea and I take the money that we make from all of these toys and we open up the Chicken Fry actual fast food restaurant franchise, and Cyberfrog is the mascot, and we take it to 3 dimensions. Like, how meta will that be? And that is part of the plan. Andrea and I are talking about that. We're just like, let's become fried chicken restaurateurs. Is that a word? Just open up a bunch of, and then Cyberfrog is there, so you get your kids meal, and there's a Cyberfrog toy. Andrea and I were talking about it. She's like, I don't have a chicken recipe. I was like, we'll invent one. We'll make a chicken recipe. That shouldn't be a problem. Cyberfrog PVC. Everybody is getting one of these for free. This is a start. You know, this is where we're beginning with all of this for the Wreck Planet campaign. So that's what All Caps Comics is. And because this is a growing concern, and we are interested in making this company grow, I ask you guys, once again, I ask you all the time, but I'm asking you one more time. Give me success. Invest in All Caps Comics. You're not going to regret it. The value of our books, our products, does not go down. It doesn't. You know, we're very, very careful about that on the marketplace. People say, hey, Ethan, how come Cyberfrog Blood Honey, the Chromium edition, which you can see here, which, by the way, we only have 1.5 cases of left. We're almost sold out of Salamandroid. We sold out of Cyberfrog Unforgettable Tales 1. Sold out. There are no more. If you have one, that's it. They're gone. I warned everybody. I said, we're almost out. How come? Well, we sell these now. You could have bought this for $25 back during the Cyberfrog Blood Honey campaign. This beautiful. I mean, I don't think there's a comic book. I don't think there's ever been a comic book quite as gorgeous as Cyberfrog. Look at this. In a market in which paper is becoming, these floppy comics are becoming uglier and uglier and more worthless and are filled with content that preaches at you. You're actually paying purple-haired weirdos to lecture you, to give you part of their political campaigning, their social campaign. You're paying them to let them use the characters that you grew up with and loved, yell at you about trans issues, and LGBTQ issues, and call you a racist, and basically insult people who look like you. That's what you're paying for right now. In the meantime, look at this. Look at what we're doing. I said at the outset when I started creating this comic that Cyberfrog would be the Lamborghini of comic books. It was going to be, look at this. You want to see yourself in comics? Here it is. You feel included? This comic is beautiful. Now, these are rare, and so we do have a box and a half left of these, about maybe 100 copies left for sale on our eBay store. We're charging $80 for this, and they sell. But why are we charging $80? Why? Because those of you who purchased them at $25 now have a huge window. You want to sell your copy. You bought more than one. You bought them as an investment. You want to be able to sell them to somebody who missed out. It's a very limited print run. I mean, we only made 6,000 of these, I think, which is a very, very low print run for the original Cyberfrog Blood Honey campaign. I think we made less than that. You have a lot. You can definitely underbid us. You can sell your copy for $75, and your copy is going to sell, and mine isn't. Somebody's going to choose your copy rather than mine. The Salamandroid Chromium book, which is extremely rare. I think there are only 2,000 of those in existence. We sell them for $100, and people can undercut us with their copies if they want to. We're conscious of the market. We want to make people who are buying our comics just as investments. We want to make them succeed as well. We want to make everybody happy. They're going to be endless latecomers. I'm not going anywhere. And this is the thing that you need to understand. All Caps Comics is not going away. We're not stopping. Cyberfrog is going to continue. I'm going to be doing this until I'm... How old am I going to get to be? I'm sure I'm going to probably live to be 110. I'm in good shape. Look at me. Let me see. It's the Ferrari of comics. The Lamborghini is a bootleg Ferrari. I think I actually said Ferrari of comics when I originally made this this claim. I'm going to be doing this forever. 47, you think I'm going to live to be 48, 47? Come on, guys. Give me a little, give me a lifespan. I'm going to be doing this forever. They're going to be latecomers who come to our comics. They're going to discover them along the way. And those of you who were here at the ground floor are going to be glad that you were. So I ask you one more time, at least one more time this week, give us success. Give us success. Let us take Trent Kanuga's Creed Reimaginary campaign to the moon. Let's do it. Trent Kanuga was with me way back when I first started working in comics and indie comics. Trent was there. We're at $89,079 right now. We're getting close to passing 90. We're going to pass 90. He was there at the very start. This guy is a creative genius. He worked on Ghost Rider at Marvel. Well, I was working on Impulse and X-Men and all those. Was I at X-Men while he was at Ghost Rider? Were we at Marvel at the same time? I was only at Marvel for like 18 months. It wasn't very long. But in any case, he did Ghost Rider. It was awesome. I think he did an issue of 4. And then he just kind of went, you know what? I'm going to go do video games. He was so in demand that he started designing all these video games that many of you young gamers know. For me, if it wasn't Frogger, Pac-Man, or Donkey Kong, or possibly Qbert, which I feel like I am less an expert in. Burger Time is good. Dig Dug. I don't know. I don't know these games. I don't know World of Warcraft. I don't know League of Legends. I don't know. Well, I've heard of Fortnite. I saw toys for Fortnite in Target. I went, oh, Fortnite. What is this? Overwatch. Never heard of. Diablo 3. Have you guys heard of these games? Do you know these games? I don't know these games. But that is what Trent does. Trent designs these video games. He's made his own video games. I mean, I know I'm a boomer, but we're not that, like, Trent isn't that much younger than me. I think Trent is probably maybe 2 years younger than me, maybe 3. How is he so hip? And I'm so like, I don't understand. Like, Trent is kind of an old fogey too. He likes the Doors. How does he know video games? And I don't understand it. But in any case, he is a very, very popular video game designer. He's got his own studio. And he's decided to come back to comics. And he saw Cyberfrog was inspired to come back and bring Creed back. He was going to do it himself. And I just said, let me do it, Trent. I said, you know all about the video games. You know all about the stuff that the kids are into today. But I know all about the stuff that boomers are into. Let me sell your book to my boomer audience. The boomer crowd. And he said, okay. And this is what we got. We got Creed Reimaginary 1 and 2. Hold on a second here. Let me take a look right into your eyes. We got Creed Reimaginary 1 and 2. Trent is back. He's back.
New from All Caps Comics. Wait, what? Creed Reimaginary. Desperate for material for his new comic and to escape the dread of high school life, 17-year-old comic book creator Mark Farley returns to the dream world once more, only to find that in his absence, a mysterious entity has plunged the world of dreams into despair and darkness. Bands of marauding skeezicks scour the land, enslaving its inhabitants and forcing them to dig for the Dream Stone, a relic which grants the ultimate power of creation and destruction. Creed Reimaginary, back at today only on Indiegogo.
Oh, I was watching that, and it's over already? Oh my goodness. What fun. Yeah. Creed Reimaginary, Trent Kanuga. Now, I've got some people here who are saying, I feel like you're yelling at me. I am yelling at you. I'm saying, wake up. Wake up. Understand. Trent Kanuga's Creed Reimaginary 1 and 2. This is the time. This is the moment. All right. Deltaverse Comics says, that Colin moron said most artists at Marvel aren't American, and that proves diversity. It's because they're broke, and the diversity push was to save money. That's not why most artists at Marvel aren't American. Most artists at Marvel aren't American because Marvel, American artists, they go, hey, where can we hire artists who are able to imitate American art styles, American house art styles, in countries and places where the American dollar goes much further, so we can pay these people relative peanuts. That is why most artists at Marvel aren't American anymore. They're, from all over the world. Yeah, very few of them. That's true. Thank you, by the way. Q-Ball is a new member of the channel. It's not too late for you new channel members. You hit that join button. I encourage you to do this. Join the channel. $5 a month. You're going to be able to go to the community tab of my YouTube page. Hit that community tab. Take a look at it. There's a message revealed, like invisible ink. This is what's so magical about my YouTube page. Once you join the channel, it's almost like, remember when you write in lemon juice and then you hold it up to a flame, not too close, and the lemon juice turns brown and your hidden message is revealed? That's kind of what this is. You join the channel, go to the community tab, and there's a message there with a link, and you can click that link and you can write your address in. You can go type your address in, and we're going to get your address and we're going to mail you Cyberfrog trading cards, 10 of them that you can't get anywhere else. And Andrea said this to me in the car. She was holding her arm after having, gotten her second shot. She's like, ow. She's like, we're going to close down that link after a month, right? Like, we're not going to just keep it open all the time, right? Ow. And I said, that's right, honey. Are you okay? Are you feeling all right? I was like, yes, we are going to close down that link so that people who did not join the channel in time are not going to be able to get their 10 trading cards. Don't worry about it. We will make this exclusive. That is what All Caps Comics needs to be. Julia D2 is here. She says, wasn't someone making a Cyberfrog video game 2 years ago? Yes, indeed. We had a very, very nice side-scrolling kind of beat-em-up game done by Robin, 3D Robin, and it was awesome. It was really, really cool. If you go to amphibionics.com, you will be able to download that video game and play it. It's one level. It's an unfinished video game, but it still works. It plays. Cyberfrog jumps, he kicks, he fights the Vespis, he meets Heather Swain. He gets to play a version of Pac-Man called Pie Man, in which a big-nosed Pac-Man, who's allegedly me, gets chased around the board by members of my own family as I try to eat all the pies on the maze. It's not funny at all, Robin. I know you thought that was funny. I didn't think it was funny. But you can play that game. It's free. You can go to amphibionics.com, and that's our website. It's got all the cool Cyberfrog stuff on it, including that video game. Deltaverse Comics says, exactly. That's what I meant. Saving money, hiring cheap. 100%. Josh THX 1138 says, just join your Patreon today. Can I still get the cards? Absolutely. You see, when you join my Patreon, the same exact thing happens. You'll see a message. You'll see a link. You can use that link to fill in your address. We are going to match it against your Patreon backing level. Patreon's different than YouTube. With YouTube, you can only get one set of cards. With Patreon, you can you can become a patron at a $5 level. You're basically donating $5 to the channel, to my family, actually. It's you're saying, hey, I like the cut of your jib. I want you to keep, being able to pay your bills and stuff like that. I think that's important. So here's $5 a month. Now you give us $5 a month, we're going to give you 9 cards, puzzle cards. You're going to get the entire puzzle all at once. And then there's puzzle 2, which is waiting. It's already upstairs. I don't know when we're going to ship that. A few months. Let's give that a few months. If you give us $10 a month, you get 2 sets of cards. You're going to get 18 cards. The one puzzle twice. And I think there's a $25 tier where you can give 5 sets of cards, and feel free to do whatever you want with them. If you want to put them in the spokes of your bicycle to make it sound like a motorcycle, we don't judge. We don't care what you do with them. If you want to sell them on eBay, feel free. There are some people who are going to realize once they get their trading card binders, which are free and part of the Warts and All campaign, that they missed out. Q-Ball says, where do I go to give you my address? You are going to go to the community tab. Go to YouTube, look up Comic Artist Pro Secrets. That's my page. You'll see a little tab that says community. Click that tab. You're going to see a message board kind of thing. And you will very quickly find the message, see all in the message. You'll find the link. Feel free to send us, Adrian Stone says, get well, though, St. Andrea. Yeah, for real. For real. Tomorrow, I got to do it, guys. It's going to be crazy. How's your father says EVS is 100 years old. I'm not even close to that. I'm not even half of that. I'm not even half of 100 years old. Is the hat that you're wearing on eBay? It will be soon. We're fulfilling all the baseball caps. We'll put these hats up pretty soon. This is one of the prototypes. This doesn't have the black Cyberfrog drawing on it. Like in the hat that you're going to get, you'll see a black line art drawing a Cyberfrog here. This one doesn't have that, so it's not as good. Let's see. Hey Ethan, hire Joe Bennett after he finishes Immortal Hulk. I can't hire everyone, Believe me, when you guys find out the people that we've got coming over to All Caps Comics to draw Cyberfrog, to work on Cyberfrog 3. By the way, I did get some people saying, wait, you're not going to be drawing Cyberfrog 3? No, nobody is going to be drawing Cyberfrog, the main books, except for me. Nobody. I will never relinquish that. Never, ever. I don't care. That's mine. That's mine. That's my job. So I'm going to be drawing Cyberfrog 3. I'm going to be drawing Cyberfrog 4. I'm going to be drawing Cyberfrog 5 and 6, 7, and 8. I'm going to be drawing all of them. But with these campaigns come extra books. I will also be drawing the extra book, the main extra supplementary book at all times. But as you saw in Cyberfrog 2 Wreck Planet, there was a supplementary book called Heartsick Horror, which is drawn by Kanan White and E.J. Morges. And E.J. finished that book, will you please? I got Kanan's part done. I got half of EJ's done. EJ is so good. But yeah, please finish that book. Let's get that thing off to the press. That kind of thing is something I want to expound upon. I'd like to be able to tell more stories that are a part of the main story. So, you're reading the main story, you're reading Cyberfrog 3, you know what happened, but there are side stories. I would like to expand out, like here's a little thing that you missed that happened? You want to know more about this character? You want to know more about what happened back then? That's the kind of thing that I want to do. So I've got some incredible talent. One of whom, one of the biggest creators in comics from the 1990s, and has agreed to do a 20-pager. And I almost wept. I almost wept with joy. I told Andrew, I was like, look at this. Do you understand? Crying, just crying over this. Just crying. And you guys will too. You guys are going to be like, damn, dude, damn. Yeah, 20-page. I'm not even going to tell you what it's about yet. But you will be very happy. I'm taking advantage of this opportunity. You know, it's like I'm handing off a story that is going to be kind of a side quest to Cyberfrog 3. Side quest. Not, you're going to want to get it, but you don't need to read it. That is ideal. Why waste time? I always wonder that, you know, it's like, hey, we got Travis Charest, for example. It's not Travis Charest. Don't get your hopes. Travis Charest, my God, I don't think he even draws very much anymore. But we got Travis Charest to draw Superman for 20 pages. We've written him a Crypto the Superdog story. I'd be like, DC, what is the matter with you? What is the matter with you? All right, let me see here. Bob Newfart just joined the channel. Thank you, Bob Newfart. Yeah, I would. Oh my God, I would definitely hire Travis Charest. But is it Sheree? People are saying it's Sheree. I think it's Charest. It might be Sheree. Who knows? Oh yeah, Donald DeLay points out Travis is working on a book from Mark Miller now, and yeah, Mark has incredible talent working for him right now. Incredible talent. So Warren Ellis, yeah, I would definitely I would definitely hire Warren Ellis. It's pretty funny. I would definitely hire Warren Ellis as a writer. He would be fun. He would be fun. John Malin's here. People are saying hi, sweetie, to John Malin. A lot of girls are excited that John Malin's here. But that isn't, you got it wrong. That's not how to spell John Malin's name. It's Jon. You know. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. Okay. So in any case, we got big stuff coming up, guys. Understand it couldn't be done without you. I need your support. I need you guys to support All Caps Comics. I'm going to show you a couple of things that came today. We're going to do some reviews. Very inspirational things came in the mail to me, which, oh my God. Oh, I should actually talk about this almost immediately. Trent Kanuga's Creed Reimaginary 1 and 2. The link is in the description below. I hope the mods will continue to put that link in the chat as we approach 90,000 with 8 hours to go. We're going to be live streaming, I guess, late. We'll be live streaming to close out Creed Reimaginary. I am not going on the Jack Show tonight. Hold on a second. There is no possible way that I'm going on the Jack Show, you know, after what happened last week. Because I'm bad at peer pressure. These guys are going to make us all drink again. I'm not going to do it. H is for Heretic says, if Creed hits 100,000 tonight, you tell us who. Deal? If Creed hits $100,000 tonight, I will not only tell you who the artist is, I will show you a sketch. How is that? If Creed hits $100,000 tonight, you guys will know, that's a great deal. You guys will know who the artist is. And you guys will see a sketch, some artwork. Okay. So let's see. Let's see if it happens. You know, I'm not going to put any more pressure on you guys beyond that. That's a lot of money. That's $11,000 that we've got to make. It's Dave Finch, isn't it? Says Pete Cowan. I'm not telling you. I'm not telling you until we get. Hold on a second. Let me look at this again. This is serious, guys. Until we get to it's like more than it's $10,750 or so dollars. You know, at that point, we will go. I will let you know. I will show you a little piece of artwork. Why not, you know, why not do that? Why not make this high stakes? Why not make this kind of fun? There's no way we're going to get there. I'm not worried at all. It's a lot. That's a lot of money, guys. That's a lot of money. I'm not worried about it. All right. So what we were talking about before, we're talking about quality. We're talking about expectations. We're talking about what we can do. We're talking about people out there in the comic book industry who are actually doing great stuff. We've got our Cyberfrog toy. We showed you the, this is the Paintmaster Cyberfrog prototype. I'm holding his cloaca there. I don't want to do that. This is Cyberfrog. He is going to be, this is one of 4 different Cyberfrog toys that we have for the first line. This is the Paintmaster. His arms are here. The pins are not attached to his arms, and I don't know how to fix that. Look how cool this is. You give this to a kid's going to want to play with this. The toes are articulated. The toes are articulated, dude. It is fun. This is a fun toy. You can see he's even got his little boot thrusters in his feet. He looks just like Cyberfrog. This is the perfect sculpt. Great job. All right, so we've got the toy. We've also got, you can see right back there, you can see the Heather Swain statue. You see her? Standing there. She's got a couple of maggots. That's where my finger is there. Haven't attached those maggots. But we've got that as well. So do the toes move? Yes, they do. The toes do move, guys. They are articulated. I'm delighted. Yeah. All right. So this is the thing. The thing is, how do we present this? How do we make this happen? How do we offer these toys to you guys? And I just thought, well, you know, yeah, we'll put them in nice packages, and we'll send them over to you. Maybe I'll make a special crate for them, but I'm not quite sure like how to do it. I don't know what the competition is like until today. Now I got a big package. Came to my doorstep, and it had the Spawn logo on it. Now, I backed the Kickstarter Todd McFarlane Spawn campaign, which raised, I think, $4 million. Do you guys know in the chat, like, how much money did Todd McFarlane raise on that? The Ziploc bag will do fine. I'd like to start a new metric system using Ethan's nose. I don't know. I'm not sure how much it raised, but it raised an awful lot. $4 billion. All right, so we got a lot. We got a lot to make up. $4 billion. Shit. I got a big package. Ethan Van Sciver, quote unquote. And you can quote me on that. All right. So anyway, I did back at the highest tier. I backed the Todd McFarlane toys at the highest tier. And they came today. Oh, a bunch of stuff is here. Hold on a second. I also got a bunch of Comicsgate projects to open. Let me put these over here. Bunch of stuff. Holy cow. We're going to look at a lot of stuff. But I told Andrew, I said, come on downstairs. We're going to open this together, and we're going to look at how Todd McFarlane, who one would think would produce the premier, way of delivering crowdfunded action figures. We're in competition with Todd McFarlane. Understand, Todd McFarlane is up here, and we're gonna rise up to meet him if we can. It depends. Let's make some money off of these toys. Let's try to have a successful crowdfund. There's no guarantee that we will. Spawn is a an incredibly well-known property. It's been a movie. It's been around since the 90s. It is, people know Spawn. Cyberfrog is new, and people might not know Cyberfrog. But I contend that our base model toy is as good as his. That's my contention, okay? And we can certainly learn from his campaign and borrow from it in order to make this toy and this crowdfunding experience even better. So I want to know what's in here. What did he do? How did he present it? How did he make this the experience that it was? And let me tell you something. It is amazing. It is absolutely amazing. So let me pull this up here. I got the 3-pack. I got one of everything. This is what we opened. We opened it up. We got one big crate, 3 little crates inside. Each crate, this looks like a premier set of Nike sneakers. I did not know the package. I did not know the box was going to be this well decorated, this well designed. Look at this. It's like Todd McFarlane died or something. I don't know about that right there. Not crazy about that. Look at this right here. Absolutely beautiful. This comes off. Let me see here. All right, this comes off. This is what we have to do. We have to do something as good as this. You got another box underneath with this that you open. I mean, this is, I honestly, I'm in awe of this. Inside, you've got this. I don't know what this is for. Dietitians. This is for people who are into stats. It compares the old Spawn action figure with the new action figure. This is completely worthless bullshit. I don't want this. And this, I don't think I want either. This is for people who are worried that there are people out there who are bootlegging Todd McFarlane's expensive toys. Believe me, if somebody were able to bootleg this convincingly, I would be fine with it. But this is to prove that it's authentic. This is an actual Todd McFarlane Spawn toy. Inside, we've got a layer of foam. And again, look at this presentation. Look at this. This is incredible. So this is the black and white toy. I'll pull this out here. Comes with a nice sword. And by the way, the weapons for each of the 3 toys are all individually unique, you know. So the black and white one, I think, comes with a sword, but the other ones don't. You've got a meat hook toy. This doesn't look wholesome. This doesn't look like something that is safe. You get a glowing dagger. And then you get a head that is screaming in pain. I imagine this is like Scooter McDingleberry in the chat all the time, being forced to watch this show, waiting for it to end. This is a visual representation of his agony. Very, very nice sculpt here. You can put this on the toy. All right, we pull the foam out. It's a whole other layer of foam. And inside, is the toy. All right, so the thing I really like about this is that Todd built this toy, put this packaging together so that you could easily remove it and put it back in. It's not like it's sealed. It's not like he knows you're not buying this at Toys R Us or Target. It's yours. You've already paid for it. So therefore, if you want to just get in here and get the comic book, there's a door that pops open, and you can pull the comic book out on its own. So we got to do this. We got to actually do a comic book. We got to do a Cyberfrog comic book. And then this has a little tab, so you can just pull the comic book out, put it right back in if you want to. And you've got a black and white edition of Spawn. This is like a line art edition with a script. It's got, I think it's got Todd's original script in it, which I'd actually like to read. This is beyond the fact that this is in black and white. These are actual photographs of production pages. You can see at the top, here's page 1. You can see the blue line of everything. This is just a hell of a collectible. This is just a really, really nice thing to have. It also implies that Todd has kept all the original art to Spawn #1, which I think I heard he did manage to do. He didn't sell any of his artwork. Oh, it's commentary. He's got commentary on every single page. So pages 16 through 17, commentary about how Todd feels about his own work. I don't know. If you're a big fan of Spawn and Todd McFarlane, this book is a prize. On the back, I had to show Andrea this. I was like, this is how he started. This is what he started. This was the first line of toys. And when these came out, these were revolutionary. Like, we saw these, and I was 19 or 20. I said, well, holy shit. I want all those toys. They're so beautiful. I don't know how I feel about the Spawn Alley playset. I don't know how I feel about the Violator monster rig. I don't want the fucking Spawn mobile. But I do want the action figures. I want the action figures. He came with a strange board with a nail in it that fit into his hand, which was shaped like this. This made 0 sense. I don't know why that was a thing. It was stupid. But this is not bad for the first round of toys that came out from Todd McFarlane's fledgling toy company. I do remember Todd's Toys. It was called Todd Toys. It was called Todd Toys. And I remember going to a convention in Philadelphia where one famous comic pro was circulating a flyer that said Todd Toys, and it had a bunch of dildos on it. And everybody was going, tee hee hee. Because failures are jealous of success. Now, that's what it is. They have to just tear down successful people. Failures do that. And I did not laugh when I saw it. I didn't go, I didn't do that. That's not funny at all. All right. So this is Spawn. Look at this nice foil logo here. Beautiful. All right. Throw that on the ground. Can I open this toy without scissors? I don't know. Let me see. Yes. Again, packaging designed to be so that the toy can be played with and still displayed. God, how much did this cost? And this action figure, I think I paid $100. I think it was like, these were like $100 a piece. So it feels like they're worth more than that. And that is, that's the thing. Oh, this opens like a book, kind of. Sorry for the noise. Can't be avoided. All right. Man, oh man. This is tremendously exciting. And as usual, I mean, you know, for me, Todd McFarlane is a big inspiration. So he was an inspiration on the comics that he produced. I guess I do actually have to snip this out here. And now here he is, like, producing toys and just kind of lighting the way. Crowdfunded toys. You cannot, I mean, could you sell something like this at Target? I mean, you can't. You actually have to ask people to invest in creating something better. Let me see here. Very limited articulation. I was under the impression that he was going to be super articulated. We got a nice metal chain on him. Let's pop this head off here and put the head that's screaming in pain on. Yeah, it looks good. I guess there is some Oh, look at that. It is. It's articulated and very cleverly hidden. Let me see. Oh my God, even the toes. Look at this. Got a joint right in the toe so he can actually stand on like the tips of his toes. There's a twist there. There's a twist, bend. And I remember him showing some kind of ab crunch here. And there is an ab crunch, but he doesn't stay that way. This is what can I say? I'm you know, like I said, I've been a Todd McFarlane fan my whole life, and you know, this is the kind of thing that is incredibly inspiring. Now he did 2 more, and I purchased 2 more, and I think they're basically the same. There are some different like head swap outs. There are different weapons for them. They're in color. This is the gray tone, the grayed out edition. But they're all basically the same sculpt. They're the same toy. Worth $100 in my opinion, yes. Do the hands move? You move at the wrist, but I don't know how he would hold this sword really. I guess he doesn't really hold the sword very well because his hands are just perpetually like this. You know, they don't really hold a sword. Beautiful. Beautiful. So, record-setting action figure. Look at this. Oh my God, dude. Oh, Todd is so rad. Record-setting. I got to do something like this. I got to do something as good as this. I got to plan this campaign very carefully. I got to plan the packaging, every aspect of this. And Todd has the infrastructure to do this. You know, Todd definitely has, you know, the experience. How can we even come close to this? How can we do as good as this? Let me see here. All right. So the 3-pack was $160. Single figures were $40, says Bruce Wayne. Wow. Okay. To the moon, he. No capes. Yeah, I don't like the cape. I'm not happy with the cape. You know, I would prefer, I guess he looks good, like if you're just going to stand him there. He looks kind of cool. But I'm not sure. A little bit. I'm like impressed with this. P. Callan says, switch out the hands to hold the sword, Boomer. Oh, I forgot all about this. He's got a whole other set of hands. Okay. Yeah, you're right. I forgot about this whole thing here. I don't know what this green thing is. But yeah, he has 2 other sets of hands, and so they can hold a sword or this. Oh, you know what this is? This is meant to represent the board with the nail in it from the original toy, but it's, you know, I got it now. That's funny. I was like, what the hell is that? That is unwholesome. I'm gonna put him here so he can just watch over and inspire me. Yeah, there's no reason to even try to do this unless we're really shooting for the stars. You know, there's no reason to try to make toys to compete in the toy marketplace unless we're trying to be as good as this. And I don't know if we can, but I'm going to certainly try. You know, what does this do? I used to say all the time when I was drawing comics, let Ava paint it. Okay. I used to say this all the time when I was drawing comics. I'd say we shoot for the moon. You know, we shoot for Mars, and maybe we end up on the moon, but that's further than we would have gotten had we, you know, not had that kind of energy and that kind of inspiration. You know, just try to excel. You know, shoot for way past what you get, and then wherever you end up is going to be better. Let me see. Brad Frederick says, Ethan, those figures were only $40 each. You paid $100 something for all three combined. $40 for this. Shit. The Heather statue is really good. We can do it. Does the cape not switch out? I don't know if the cape comes off yet. I haven't really, played with the action figure and, really like tried to take it apart yet. The cape might lift off, but I don't know. It looks like it might. Yeah. John Malin's here. He says, doing better than the Todd father is the goal. That's right. We got to do better. But Todd raised an awful lot of money. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to do this. It's going to be a challenge. Billy Connor joined the channel. Thank you very much. Go to the community tab and, send us your address. No. I know that Todd is making all the DC toys now. No, I'm not going to get the Ezra Miller Flash toy. That would be shit. My least favorite design, my least favorite actor of all time in any DC movie. So Cyberfrog needs a soft, good cloak and a hood. That's a good idea. Cloak and a hood. All right. Now, the other thing that I have is I got a whole big stack of books from you guys, which was pretty great. I want to thank you guys for sending me, all of these comics, many of which I just didn't order, but people just sent them to me anyway. Thank you. All right, let me show you. First of all, I got Von Klaus's. I haven't opened this yet. I don't know when he sent it. It was in my P.O. box. This should be Monster MD. Let's take a look. We're kind of reviewing stuff today. Very good. He used a nice Gemini mailer. And this is what's in here. He included a nice patch. Do people like these? Do people like patches? Because I've had a couple of requests for them. I don't know if we should actually make them, but maybe we will. Let me open this up. I know some people just don't care about the little extra gimmicks, but I do like them. I like getting trading cards and things done. There we go. We got a nice bookmark. Beautiful. Here's the patch. Patches are cool. People do like them. No? I don't know. From the team that brought you Monster MD, Terror in the Trenches. Evil will know terror again in 2020. It's 2021. I don't know. All right, let me see. Shake some more of this stuff out. Got a nice trading card here. And then also a little pin, a little button, which is very nice. Great job. And the book itself, we've got the official sketchbook, Colorblind. So this must be just the book without the color in it. Take a look at what Vaughn did here. By the way, from what I've heard about this book, people who have read it said it was very good. Let me see here. It's signed. And no, it's just a sketchbook. This is all the work that went into designing the comic book, which is great. And then here is the book itself. Got a nice poster here. We saw that poster. Shinobi Sasquatch versus Monster MD. We're still waiting for this. Let's get that out. And this looks great. This looks really, really nice. I like the finish on this. Beautiful job. Signed by both creators here. And an enormous book. This is many, many, many pages. This looks like a legitimate graphic novel. Is this worth $25? Yes. It is. This is a great big book. This is a good sit down and read situation. Great job, Von Klaus. I will definitely read this and let you know what I thought. Okay, let's get this and see what else came. People send me these books, and I just feel like I should actually look them over here. I have no idea what this is. Oh. I do know what this is. Tales from the Classroom by Rob Muerto. Again, a really, really nice production. Nice glossy, super glossy pages in here. Written and created by Rob Muerto. Tales from the Classroom. Glad to see another Comicscape book get fulfilled, get completed. That's great. That just makes everyone look good. What is this? Got a nice little print here, which is cool. It's like it's different textures on either side. I don't know what that is, but that's pretty neat. Got another one just like it, and another one just like that. Leg Day Movie Night. And then, another one. Great job. Great job, Rob. Terrific. Thank you for sending me this. I will read it. I do read all these Comicscape books. Hammer of Doom says, don't send Dan that. No, he has to pay for it. That's the thing. Let's see. He's got to pay for all this stuff. All right, let me see. One more here. Oh, this is from Mandy Summers. Let's see what's in here. Taped up nice and tight. There we go. Super Dead. Oh, look at this. John Malin cover. John Malin Super Dead cover. This was a very successful campaign. Whenever John Malin does a cover, it does well. Two trading cards. Very nice. And some miniature prints. Guys, we can stop tributing the same covers over and over again. Here we go. Super Dead. Very, very nice quality. Great cover by John Malin. Interiors are in color. They look good. And I look forward to reading it. Written by Mandy Summers, art by Peter Gilmore. John Malin gets a credit on the inside, and so does Anthony George. Okay, very good. Thank you, Mandy. All right, let's see. We got a lot to do. Got a lot of stuff to read. This is from Anthony Figueroa. Graveyard Ship to the Moon, says John Malin. He's in the chat. I'll send you guys the link if you want to come in here in a little bit. Once I get finished these quickie reviews. Oh, wow. Whoa. Hold up. Whoa, it doesn't end. There's just endless stuff in here. There's a little pin. He's got a pin here. And backing just fell on the floor. There you go. Very nice little pin. Very, very impressive. This is God's Hand. Did you guys back this? Did you guys back God's Hand? King KDI says, is this really a review? It's more like an unboxing. I haven't read this stuff. How am I supposed to review it? You know, I'm just opening it here. So this is God's Hand. Really, really nice. Hold on. First of all, before we even get to the book, we've got a t-shirt, which is 2XL. Thank you very much. See that? That's right. 2XL. Nice t-shirt. We've got some beads, as though this were Mardi Gras, with a crawfish at the end of it. Crawfish beads for everyone. Another set of beads with a crawfish. One set of beads. I'm not going to eat the crawfish. Don't worry about it. All right. Second set of beads. Beautiful. And then I don't know what this is. A little purple baby. Got a king crown here. And then got, I wish this was chocolate inside, but it isn't. I don't think it's just plastic. I don't know. I try to understand, but sometimes I don't. Sticker. Look at this. Nice metal bookmark. Autographed trading cards. Autographed in gold. Another sticker. I don't know what this is. It's some kind of card. Some more little mini prints. A lot of stuff here. A little mini advertisement for something called Justice City Chronicles. And then finally, we get to the comic book itself, which is looks cool. Looks great. God's Hand #1. Very nice. Who drew this? Is this Donald DeLay? No, it's way better than Donald DeLay. Anthony Figueroa. Way better than Donald DeLay. Really nice. Very, very, don't tell Donald I said that. Very, very good work. Really. Really. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for sending me stuff. So all of these campaigns, I don't know if they're still going. I don't know which ones you can still back. But beautiful work. Beautiful. All right. Let me send the link out, and then we're going to take a look and see what's going on here with everything in the world. Copy. See who wants to come in here and just hang. Maybe there's some people who just want to come in here and hang out. I don't know. Oh. All right. Dan Shaheen, by the way, says, let me know a good time. We'll make it work. Tell Mr. Dongs I said hi. Was Mr. Dongs in the chat? Driving him nuts? Oh, that's funny. All right. I gotta watch that video. I gotta see how it went. Sending the link out. Heads up. Ooh. Oh. Got a little notification from Bleeding Fool. There's going to be a Penny Parker drop tonight in 5 minutes. Not a full-blown Whisper Network expose, but a scoop I might find interesting involving Heather Antos and DC Comics. We are going to have to... I don't know what that could be. We're going to have to take a look at that, aren't we? We're going to have to pay attention to what's going on in the world of comics. Let me see here. Yeah. Projects Done Poorly says, Uncle E, can't wait to see all caps books and Comicsgate comics being sold at Nerdrotic's future Comicsgate comic shop in Texas. I'd be interested in that. I would be interested in selling exclusively through Gary's store. You know, selling Gary comics at like 20% or something like that, and allowing him to make an enormous profit off of Cyberfrog comics. I think that would be cool. Want to support Gary Nerdrotic. Let's see. Roger H says, hi, Ethan. Would you ever like to see Cyberfrog animated? Well, you know, we have seen him animated. We have seen him animated in the past. Hold the phone. I know, we got good stuff. Oh, no. I didn't mean to click on that. I don't hope that. Now, we have seen Cyberfrog animated. Of course, you guys have seen like this. And you guys have... Would I like to see Cyberfrog animated as a TV show? Yeah, sure. Sure, I would. That would be fun. Everybody, no. I want to see less of Heather Antos. I don't want to see more of Heather Antos in any way. I don't want to see her in like more involvement in comics, nor do I want to see her, you know, more of her, you know, physically. VT Sweetie says, I was one of the girls size small that bought your hoodie, and I absolutely love it. Oh, thank you, VT Sweetie. Yeah, we sold out of the size small. You know, we didn't get too many pre-orders for small or extra small, believe it or not. We got a lot of like 3XLs, 2XLs, and XLs, which was great. Let me see. Deltaverse Comics says, let me guess, Heather was letting them beat cheeks? I don't know about that. Julia D2 says, get on Gary's Friday Night Tights tomorrow night. I suggested you. Yeah, you know, whenever I'm invited, Friday Night Tights is a big deal. That's a big show, and everybody wants to be on it. I've only been invited twice, and I think I've killed both times. I think I've been great both times. Your fans are fat. Yes, they are. Oh, 3D Robin's here. Yay. He says, I'm sorry about the dancing one. EVS forced me to do it. Yeah, 3D Robin, great to see you. 3D Robin, of course, is the guy who made the Cyberfrog video game that everybody liked. I think 3D Robin, correct me if I'm wrong, that video game is on amphibionics.com, right? I mean, people download it there. I think that's what you told me before. I tried to play it on like live here, and 3D Robin like was pissed at me for it, really mad because it didn't come through very well. Or I think I watched a video of me playing it from before and it looked like shit. He was like, what are you doing? He says, yes. Okay, so it is there. Let me look it up and just double check. Amphibionics. Why does it have to be a word that's almost impossible for normal people to spell? Amphibionics.com. Yeah, this is a great looking website created by EJ Morges. And EJ Morges did a wonderful job. I didn't ask him to do this. He just did this because he's EJ Morges. All things Cyberfrog. Here's amphibionics.com. And it's got everything here. It's got all the stats on your villains. Apparel. Shop now. How can they buy this stuff? Shop now. Where does this lead? I guess this would lead to eBay. It does. All right. So these links lead to the eBay store. Action figure companion. These are the images of the action figure being put together. Oh, here it is. Cyberfrog demo game. So you just click on this and play Cyberfrog. Enjoy it. It is a lot of fun. Patreon puzzle cards, wave 2. EJ's just keeping up with stuff, man. EJ, thank you. You are the greatest in the world and also one of the best artists I've ever seen. And I really need you to draw, dude. EJ's like an amazing artist who, I don't know, man. Like, he's just like, you have to have self-confidence. You have to constantly believe in yourself in order to be able to do comics. If you have self-doubt, if you allow yourself to be riddled by doubt, you know, it can get under your skin. You need more Coach Malin. You need Coach Malin telling you to get it together. But anyway, amphibionics.com. Take a look at that. Let's take a look at Trent Kanuga's Creed right now and see how it's going. We've got 7 hours left, and we're at $91,455 with 7 hours left. Of course, there is Emperor J. Vomafan says another stream, another super chat skip. I'll get back to it. Don't you worry. Of course, there's a challenge tonight. If we do get past 100,000, I will tell you one of the artists who is working on Cyberfrog, and I will show you a little piece of artwork by them if we get to 100,000. And we're far away from it. We're like $8,500 away. Can we get there? I don't know. Maybe. But I feel pretty smug and pretty secure in the fact that there's a lot of padding here. There's a lot of room to go. I feel like I might not have to tell anyone anything. That makes me happy.
New from All Caps Comics. Wait, what? Creed Reimaginary. Desperate for material for his new comic and to escape the dread of high school life, 17-year-old comic book creator Mark Farley returns to the dream world once more, only to find that in his absence, a mysterious entity has plunged the world of dreams into despair and darkness. Bands of marauding skeezicks scour the land, enslaving its inhabitants and forcing them to dig for the Dreamstone, a relic which grants the ultimate power of creation and destruction. Creed Reimaginary, back at today only on Indiegogo.
248 pages. I think they're actually 60-page books. Let me double check that. 48 pages. I think Trent made them bigger, and they're already done. I read one of them. Yeah, 2 60-page books with your purchase. You can get, let me say, right here at the top, get all 4 of them and get the cover, the jam cover with Cyberfrog and Snowman on it. That's a variant cover for issue 1. Down here for $15, you can get Cyberfrog Unforgettable Tales number 4. This is going to be a foil cover reprint, color reprint of Cyberfrog versus Creed number 1. And it's going to be Unforgettable Tales number 4. This is the only place to get it. It's $15. Trent's got his version of the same book. He's going to call it Creed versus Cyberfrog. And he's got a brand new cover on it as well. It's $15. You can get both of them if you just order one of them and then go to checkout. You can add on the other one. We didn't make a get both of them because it was just too clumsy. But I mean, just purchase one and then go to checkout and add on the other one. Did we do one where it's everything? I don't know if we did one like that. You can get some original artwork from Creed. Trent Kanuga original art. And he sold a few of those, which is pretty cool. Here's a better look at the cover for Unforgettable Tales number 4, which is basically kind of like a redraw. It's like a 2 seconds later version, I think, of the cover for the original. I just looked at it and went, I'm going to draw the same. Like all of the Unforgettable Tales comic book covers are like redrawings of the originals, just updated a little bit. I think they look better. I can draw better now than I did in 1997. But this is just like 2 seconds later. And I gave it to Kyle, and Kyle just colored this enormous, beautiful kind of colorful sunburst behind the two of them. This is going to look great in foil. I can't wait to see it. It's really going to look nice. And then here's Creed versus Cyberfrog. Trent Kanuga did a kind of a new take on his original cover. Trent draws Cyberfrog perfectly because he was there. Like, he was there at the start. He saw the design. He saw it change over time. So he knows he's drawing the 90s version of Cyberfrog here, which is the version that appears in the book. But he's great, man. Trent balls out 21. I like putting the all caps logo on this. I don't know. I really like it. I like All Caps Comics growing and being more of a publishing house when it was originally just the label to put on Cyberfrog. The book is fun as hell. Trent Kanuga is a great storyteller. He's a really funny writer. His characters are vividly drawn and written. And you'll read this so quick, you're really just going to have a good time. It's also okay for kids. It's good for kids to check out. All right, hold on a second here. Trent is binging me saying, "Oh, come on." Okay. I don't know what Trent's up to here. Let me see here. Trent, I will send you the link. I would love to get Trent on here. I haven't talked to him in a while. Oh, wait, what am I doing? I don't want to do that. I want the invite. I barely ever invite anyone in here anymore. Solitary, a loner. Here we go. All right. Trent, I sent it to you via DM, Twitter DM. So feel free, man. Come on in here. Looking at my Twitter. Oh, my God. Yes, people are so happy. People are getting tons of Cyberfrog cards. This makes my day. This is what it's all about. People getting Cyberfrog product from us in the mail, happily, victoriously, and posting it online. That is the very best thing in the world. Absolutely love it. We work hard to send this stuff to you. Oh, that's so nice right here. Hold on a second. People are really nice. People are very kind. I got this sent to me on Twitter. Have you ever met someone that was sunshine in human form? Send this to them. Thanks. I appreciate it. Awesome. That's me. I'm sunshine. I'm human. I'm a human sunbeam. Let me look at some super chats and get caught up with that. Thank you guys for sending me super chats. 1 second here. No, you know, okay, I sent you the link. Trent Kanuga. Let me see, supers. Creed, Reimaginary, closeout stream. What is that? What was that noise? I just heard a boop, ba-doop, boop, boop. Oh, the Bleeding Fool article is live. All right, let's go straight to Bleeding Fool, and then we will go to Super Chats. Sorry about that, everyone. Okay. Oh, shit. You'll see why I'm laughing in a minute. Want to know why I'm laughing? Here's why. Exclusive. Whisper Network member departs Valiant. Can't get in at DC. Here's Heather. Big news this time tomorrow. Earlier today, Whisper Network member Heather Antos alluded to a mysterious announcement she plans to make on her social media tomorrow. Multiple sources reported to me that she's in fact moving to IDW in an editorial capacity. So other than simply scooping the poor thing, I thought I'd inform my readers that I'm still investigating a couple things about this. Number one, why is she departing Valiant? Was it under controversial circumstances? Was it with Marvel, i.e. rumor spreading, bullying, and social terrorizing, according to multiple sources? Who's in the pocket of the Whisper Network at IDW that allowed her to get a job over there? I have a suspicion who it is at IDW that's part of the Whisper Network and wants her on their team. But I'll be investigating further before I reveal their name and potential motives. I will not post anything without multiple sources confirming with me first. However, the insider news that I can definitely share with you today is the reason Miss Santos is not going to DC Comics. According to my sources, she's been attempting to get in DC Comics ever since her unceremonious departure from Marvel back in 2018. Here's why they won't have her. Tom King's anti-Asian attack and Heather's dogpiling. In July of 2020, Tom King put his foot in his mouth, wanting to virtue signal to the SJW community and gain favor with the Whisper Network. King made a statement. He denounced Jay Lee, claiming him to be part of a hate group. Jay fired back in a now infamous Instagram post, blasting King for both his unprofessional behavior and for outright lying, notably by saying the following: "I'm writing this because I'm angry. These irresponsible tweets are not harmless. They do not just go away. They have real-world consequences. They can take away your job, your life, your memories. June and I were robbed of a special day. So no, we're not all good. Tom King, you dick." This is beautiful. This was a really, really good response. Jay Lee's amazing. Absolutely amazing. As I've done privately, says Tom King, I'd like to publicly apologize to Jay Lee for my actions a few days ago. I should have talked with Jay before I sent a tweet about him that put his career at risk. I made a critical mistake and I'm profoundly sorry, blah, blah, blah. So why did Tom King apologize so quickly? Not because he was worried about hurting Jay's feelings, because he clearly didn't care or he wouldn't have made the attack in the first place. It's because, according to my multiple sources, he was told to. More specifically, ordered to apologize by none other than Jim Lee himself. No relation. No relation. Chief creative officer and publisher of DC Comics. Not only does Jim Lee have a large amount of power at DC Comics as one of their top executives, one of his closest friends in the industry, going back decades, is, you guessed it, Jay Lee. Tom King defamed someone working for DC and one of Jim's personal friends at the same time. Not a smart move. So, fearing for his job and future opportunities, King issued a forced apology. King apologized. Heather Rantos did not. The vast majority of fans and almost everyone in the industry sided with Jay Lee, and most felt that the apology King issued, whether forced or not, was the professional and appropriate thing to do. This is how adults behave. Many applauded this move, but not Heather. Nope. And neither did any of her close allies. Heather Rantos and her ilk. Oh, hi there. Heather Rantos and her ilk continue to harass Jay Lee, continue to harass multiple creators and consumers, continue their mainstreamed hate. Tom King, Mitch Gerads, Doc Shaner, Tess Fowler, and more, proving why some knew a Comicsgate is necessary. Wait, proving why some knew? You mean K in it? Okay. Nope, Jay knew. I have the receipts from Jay himself. And this is a bunch of people explaining, why are you going after Jay Lee? Jay Lee took the high road. Now Heather Rantos wants his head. Even after this issue that had nothing to do with her in any way had seemingly been resolved, she continued to her attack on Jay Lee, furious the King had apologized. Antos demanded punishment for Jay and seemed to try and rally her cult-like following of frothing, angry fans to continue the hate and harassment against the talented Asian artist for reasons only Heather and maybe her therapist are aware of. Damn. Still waiting for any accountability from Jay. Still waiting for any level of professionalism from Heather. Can you imagine this? Yeah. Here's Tim Doyle, who evidently self-professed dog fucker. I didn't know this. He said he was. Would it have been great for Tom to do this privately? Sure. Whether Jay knew about Comicsgate before or not, he knows now. And Tom pointing out that Jay was working with a hate group is not Tom's fault. Jay's response is lacking and manipulative. I don't give a fuck about his dead dog. That's scary right there. Regarding this, says Tim Doyle, he doesn't care about dead dogs. One of her close comrades and supporter of the Whisper Network, Tim Doyle, joked with her in a now deleted Twitter thread that he doesn't care about Jay's dog being dead, leading to more harassment and anti-Asian hate against Jay. Many wonder why Heather, who appears to have a history of anti-Asian hate, including her mocking of alternate comics publisher Peter Simeti, the great Peter Simeti, will continue this attack on Asian creator Jay Lee. Here we go. Is Jay Lee aware of what he got himself into, or do we have to kill him too? Oh, this is awful. Liked by all these terrible people. Oh, this is dark. Very dark. Jim Lee says no to Antos. According to my sources inside DC Comics, Heather Antos racialized attacks on Jay Lee, and what's been alleged as her continuing to badmouth him privately ever since have not been forgotten. While she seems to feel she's untouchable, her antics have not gone unnoticed. Many people in the industry, including Jim Lee, have noticed. Because of that, much like her fellow Whisper Network comrades Mags and Alex DeCampi, she is not welcome in DC Comics under current management. Maybe we shouldn't be saying stop Asian hate. Perhaps Antos Asian hate should trend on Twitter until she issues a sincere apology to Jay Lee and acknowledges her prejudice, these acts of racial discrimination, and her whatever it is that may be described as anger issues towards the Asian community. Here's Doug Ernst. He says, Jay Lee, unlike left-wing ideologue Heather Rantos, did not fail upwards for years. She's the last person who should be giving lectures on professional accountability to proven talent. I know you may be ignorant, Heather, but as one Twitter personality once said, ignorance doesn't absolve you from impact. And there's Penny Parker, the great Penny Parker. Great job. Great article. Profound, important. As relevant today as it was 5 seconds ago when I read it. Welcome, Trent. How are you?
Howdy. How's it going? So, what's up? Superman's gay now? What's going on?
Superman is gay. Everyone's gay, as it turns out. It
You
is.
know,
It's all about inclusion and kindness. Diversity. All of
I'm
those.
kind of. By the way, I'm kind of with Jay Lee on this one. I didn't know he was Asian. I guess I could have guessed from his name, but never
You didn't
really.
know Jay Lee was Asian?
I did not know this. I didn't know. Well, I mean, I guess you can make some assumptions, but
Yeah.
that I,
Bruce Lee is Asian too, or he
hold on,
was.
hold on. But he spoke English. That's terrible.
That's true. But they're probably bilingual, probably multilingual. I would
Yeah.
say Bruce Lee is.
No, I never
Well,
really cared. Like I mean, I look at an artist's art, and I'm kind of evaluating if I like it based on the quality of the work. Well, this is kind of a strange article situation. How are you doing, Ethan? It's been a little while.
it has been a little while. It's great to see you again, Trent. I was going to say I do have a memory that I think it was you.
Okay.
I went to a comic convention in Philadelphia, and I'm pretty sure I said Jay Lee's going to be there, and I think you were excited about it. And you said, "Can you get his autograph?" And I was so broke,
Okay.
and I had a piece of paper, and I saw Jay Lee at this convention. I said, "Will you sign this for my friend Trent?" And Jay looked at me and said, "Do you have a comic?" And I said, "No." And he autographed it, and I think that was for you.
I
think
never
did.
got it. If that's the case, I never got it. I was a big fan of his Namor run.
Yeah, that was good stuff, man. He was a kid. Like the thing about Jay Lee is that you could relate to him. He might have been the only professional comic book artist who got into mainstream comics younger than you, because he was
really?
16.
No kidding.
Yeah, Jay Lee was working in. Sarah Lee is not Asian, and Sarah Lee is not my favorite comic book artist. And shame on you guys in the chat. Ethan stole it. What a douche! What do you mean I stole it? I'm the one who got it.
Dude, do you remember Deadbolt number 1? It had all the spatters everywhere. I was so influenced by Jay Lee, because he would do like large silhouettes of the character and just draw the muscles of the upper body with like the shadows, those hard shadows, And then he would do like a toothbrush spatter. So I was like, oh man, I want to get that. Like, I just loved that experimental kind of ink work that he was doing.
How did you do it with the toothbrush? Like, what did you do? Did you use your finger to flick the toothbrush? I can never do it.
Literally, that's what it is. Like you dip the toothbrush into the India ink. Because you remember, I don't know how you ink now. I think you use pens, right? But we used to, Matt and I used to draw with that India ink, and it was just like a little black bottle. And you'd kind of like dip the end of the toothbrush. It's not like you're soaking it in the ink, but you just dip the end of it, and then you just do a little spatter. And sometimes I'd take it back and kind of, how you used to do pencil fights? A little bit of little whip. Get a little whip on there, and you get all
Wouldn't
that
wouldn't it go everywhere? Wouldn't it get on the walls?
I didn't care. The part of the whole thing was, it was liberating to kind of spatter the page and then use whiteout to kind of clean up the areas that you wanted to have. It was like almost thinking like a painter a little bit more, instead of just doing line art. I know dude, I was 16 and just trying everything back then.
It looked good. You made it work. You got it down.
It didn't look good. Nobody should ever go and look up Deadbolt number 1. And
yes, you should.
No, you should not. If you want to see a cross between Sam Keith, all of my heroes, I just emulated, how it was. Like, I just copy everybody that I liked. So I'd copy, Jay Lee, copy, of course, McFarlane, then I'd copy Sam Keith, and then like whatever came out of that, experiment from that summer, of just the summer of experimenting with art, I guess you'd say. And then, whatever I came back with was like, hey, that's my new thing. So that's.
Are people saying that Trent, turn your microphone up? I don't know what are you talking into? You're talking
into. Is that better?
You need a good microphone.
I had one, but I kept banging on the desk. Yeah. This is the only way that I can not rattle everything and bang on everything. Is it a little better if I kind of hold it forward a little bit?
I mean, I wasn't having any problem with it at all. It's just the ingrates in the chat.
I was on Bancroft's show a couple of nights ago, and then my wife watched it later, and she's like, why is your microphone so quiet? And I know it's not as nice as my Blue Yeti that I usually have, but
where's your Blue Yeti? Get your Blue Yeti out.
You don't want that. The last time I used the Blue Yeti, it was like Oh, I had an
No,
echo.
Trent, because you were doing this. You were.
That's how I talk.
That's
how
Khrushchev?
Ah!
Pounded on the. I mean, that was the only. Now, if you could control yourself, if you could not have that one particular tick in which you pound your shoe on the table to accentuate your words. Well, what were you doing?
Some of the world's most influential and powerful speakers speak with their hands. Okay, you do. I do a lot of this. I do a lot of. Movements.
I'm with you on that. I'm not.
Keanu Reeves, cyberpunk. He does. You know, it's everything.
Berserker.
Berserk comics are cool. Yeah, that's how he. That's you know. So I just happen to talk a lot with my hands, and then obviously it's going to hit the table. Now if it's really bad, if you're saying like I really got to get my microphone, I'll run down and grab it. I wasn't ready. That's why I took a little bit. I was just.
People want to know if you're Italian.
No Italian. Nope, not to my knowledge.
Are you Asian?
No, not. I mean, I'm a little bit of everything, I think. Does that get me off the hook of any kind of criticism if I'm a little bit of everything?
I don't think so. I think if you're a little bit of everything, you're not marginalized, you know? You need to be marginalized. Okay. So there have to be people who are, you have to be able to complain about oppression. I mean, that's what I do. You know, I feel free to complain about oppression, but it's not because of the color of my skin. It's my awful personality, you know, and that's why, that's mostly why I'm oppressed. You know, you could be oppressed just because, I don't know, you are 78% Cherokee. Are you?
Yes, I am. I don't know what percentages. I do have some Native American blood. I know my family is actually Ukrainian by descent. So yeah, they were escaping those famines, those Ukrainian famines in the 20s or something like that. I'm going to really bring the podcast down here with some sad history. Yeah, but there's like 3 brothers traveled over from, Ukraine, from the Kiev region. So I just found out I might have like part Viking in me or something. There were the Rus that were the Viking, Russian Vikings. They were like Christian Vikings.
I think that just makes you whiter than ever. If you're a Viking, I think you're super white. Possibly. You know?
Yeah. But it would explain a lot. I've been growing out my Viking goatee because I've been.
It looks good, man.
Thank you. Yeah, I was gonna start getting maybe some like skull rings or something. You know, some like braids or something. You know, get some like skulls in there.
Oh yeah, yeah. When you braid it and then you put like a metal skull ornament in it.
Yeah, that's where all the money from Creed's gonna go.
That's Rob Zombie style.
Yeah.
If you could, I was watching Rob Zombie videos today, and I said, why don't I look more like him?
I don't know. What does he look like now?
I haven't seen him lately. I was watching videos from him in 2003. I feel so numb. And I was like, why don't I look like that guy? I feel like that guy.
Rob Zombie? You feel like Rob Zombie?
I think. I don't know what he feels like in his heart, but like I look at him and I go, that's my inner, like, that's how I see myself. And then I actually see myself and I look like the dad on Happy Days, and but with a beard, and I'm sad about that. You know, I look like Tom Poston from Newhart, and that makes me sad because I don't feel like that. I really feel like I should be a rock star.
Would you get Rob Zombie to direct like a Cyberfrog movie? Do you like his style, like the Devil's Reject style?
That stuff is upsetting. Those movies
it is very disturbing. I can't watch it.
I watched the Devil's Rejects. I saw that is that stuck with me for a while. I can't remember what it was about, except I was like, wow, this is hateful. Like, this movie is full of hate. Like, hate.
I think cannibalism too. And yeah, there's just a lot of, you got to go to some pretty dark places to do that. So I worked on a video game called Diablo 3, and I had to draw. And Ethan, you know me, so like you can probably immediately understand why I was uncomfortable with this. I was drawing humans being tortured and tormented by demons all day for like months on end.
So you were doing that for publication in a comic book or in a video game rather than just in your high school notebook.
Yeah, it's different if it's in your
margins of your homework. Yeah,
it's different. Like if you look at the violence in Creed #1 from like back in the day, it's like cartoon violence, and like I'm cool with cartoon violence. I enjoy cartoon violence, you know. But when it's like when you're trying to paint realistic guts being strewn out, you know, people, it's for months on end. It takes you to a dark place, man. Before you know it, you're like,
depressing.
There's a lot of drinking involved is all. It's the only way I'll say it. A lot of drinking and a lot of smoking involved. And I was glad to be kind of, don't get me wrong. Like I don't mind it. Like I play some pretty dark video games, but you know, and I've watched some dark films. I try to stay away from that. I'm more of like a comedy guy. I tend to like more, you know, fantasy type of adventure type of stuff, or just good comedies, lighthearted stuff.
Well, I mean, none of this explains what you're doing here tonight because, you know, for somebody who is so in love with drawing graphic depictions of humans being eviscerated, this doesn't look like that's where you're coming from. No. Creed. Let me take a look at this.
New from All Caps Comics. Wait, what? Creed Reimaginary. Desperate for material for his new comic and to escape the dread of high school life, 17-year-old comic book creator Mark Farley returns to the dream world once more, only to find that in his absence, a mysterious entity has plunged the world of dreams into despair and darkness. Bands of marauding skeezicks scour the land, enslaving its inhabitants and forcing them to dig for the Dreamstone, a relic which grants the ultimate power of creation and destruction. Creed Reimaginary. Back it today only on Indiegogo.
You know, when we say back it today only on Indiegogo, we really mean it this time. Back it today. This is it. This is the last. Let me see where we're at here, Trent. I don't know. Oh, we're at $93,764.
Damn, nice.
This is the last 7 hours of this campaign, at least its funding period. And of course, to me, okay, so John Malin is the Michael Jordan of basketball. Okay. I am the Todd McFarlane of comics. I've made that claim. King of all social media. I made that claim too. I care about scores. I care about settling scores. Trent, I care about settling. I care about settling scores with people.
Oh, I know it. I know it. Yeah.
I've
been on the receiving end of that. I know. Do not fuck with Ethan. Do not. That's why I'm here. This is my penance.
Yeah, we're punishing you tonight with this. So I look at this and I go, I want this book to do very, very well.
Yeah.
And it already has. You understand, in 2020, let me just explain something.
Okay.
It is the year 2021. In 2020, we had a few books get to 6 figures, young lady. Initially, you know, Comicsgate had this thing called #6figuresbitch, which we would post on, you know, on Twitter when one of our campaigns reached 100,000. We'd say, oh, look, you know, it's this comic, #6figuresbitch. But then some people pointed out that 2 things. 6 figures is good, but it like bitch is pretty much, you can't, once you say bitch, like that's as far as you can go. Yeah. And it's impolite to women. You're still asking people for support once you get to 6 figures. You want to get to 7 figures, and that's FU money. Right. 6 figures, you're still going, hi, would you support me? So we changed it to 6 figures, young lady. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to get tonight. And we have not gotten there this year.
At all?
Mm-mm.
Where's Snowman at? Snowman's got to be beating Creed. I mean, it came out, you launched that in December, or you were running the campaign in December and January, right? Right before Creed.
Let's take a look, Trent. You have passed Snowman.
I have?
In your funding period tonight, you have beaten Matthew T. Martin.
Take that, Matt. Ha! No, here's the thing, though. I'm doing twice the book. I got 2 books. So technically, I got to do twice that number to really beat Matt's number here. You know what I'm saying?
No, I disagree with you. Your campaign has beaten his. You are coming up on $94,000 with 1,279 backers. Let me look at the backer count. Matt's ahead of you with backers, 1,373 backers.
You know what it is? You've seen Talladega Nights, right? You know about the slingshot, the shake and bake? That's Matt and I have been working out the shake and bake. This is the slingshot where I was cruising right behind him in his wake, right at the last moment.
That's yeah. Well, I said this. I said, look, what really matters is here's the thing about campaigning, and this is what I know that nobody else knows. And this is why I'm incredibly successful and smart at what I do with crowdfunding. It doesn't matter. You got a 30-day crowdfund period, and the only thing that matters is the first day and the last day. And everything in between is an exasperating slow crawl. You must have been watching this and going, it's barely moving. It's like,
I haven't looked at it until just now.
What?
Of course I have. Yeah. No, I mean, I had no idea. It's strange for me. Working with you on this, you're talking about it, and every time you do a stream and you're like, yo, check out Creed. And, then I get like a few more numbers on it. It's like, oh man, this is the best publishing situation I've ever been in. Cause you're talking about it. You're proud to be publishing this book. You make that very clear. Like that's been really fantastic. So yeah, I do glance in now and then. And it's been, there are moments where it's very slow, but it's always like that first stream, like when you do that stream, or when it's like the first 48 hours, as you said, were the most significant.
Yeah, of course I'm proud, I have very little shame. That's one thing that people have said about me. Ethan cannot be shamed.
Yeah, I never thought about it, but that might be the source of your power, really.
No, like the inability to, like no remorse, no shame.
Yeah, whatever it takes. Yeah.
I didn't think about that. That might be true. Trent, I got to go get a shot tomorrow. I got to go get a shot in the arm tomorrow.
Oh, are you doing what's it for?
I'm doing the vaccine.
Okay, I didn't want to make an assumption, stuff, very private. Yeah.
I wouldn't be telling people if that were the situation. But no track marks, none, Okay. I'm clean, Trent.
I thought you meant you were going like for shots, like whiskey shots or something.
Oh, I see what you mean. No. I mean an injection. I'm going to get my my first shot for not from what I understand. People are saying, "Oh no, don't do it! No, R.I.P. Oh my God, don't! Oh, lipo." See, I didn't even think of that liposuction. Could be. So tonight I'm making quite merry. Tonight I'm very, very happy. I'm happy to have you here as we promote the last 7 hours, 6.5 hours of Creed Reimaginary, because tomorrow we die. Well, at least I do.
It's the end, pretty much, of the world, right?
Wait, I mean, this isn't...
You're not going to die tomorrow. It's a shot. Come on. Do you have a fear of needles, Ethan? I never asked you. Do you?
No, I'm not afraid of nothing, except for heights and dogs.
Why are you afraid of heights? Like, do you have like a fear that you'll jump, or is it just an...
No, I have a fear. What I'm afraid of is that I will... here's what I'd be afraid of. Have you ever seen those videos where there's a guy... who's got a camera on his head and he's jumping from tall buildings, and a guy riding a motorcycle over there are YouTube videos like that are terrifying. I don't like that. Now, I'm not afraid of being high up. I'm afraid of falling. And what I think will happen is that I'll stand on the ledge of a super tall building, like I'm Batman or the Crow, and I'll look down and then I'll go, whoa. Right. And then fall. Like I'll get dizzy and I'll fall.
Vertigo. Yeah, okay. I get that. Yeah.
And there's a feeling that happens when you think about that. And it originates in if you're a man, it originates in your testicles. I don't know if you have this sensation. I've watched a few YouTube videos that have done this to me, where I watch them and I go, I feel panic in my scrotum. When I see this, and then it works its way up into your belly, and you feel butterflies, and that's why I think I'm afraid of heights. I'm afraid of dogs too, but that's just because they're going to shit on my carpet. I'm not afraid of being bitten or anything like that. Let me see here. We got a $20 super chat from Anthony Figueroa, who says, "Appreciate the love, brother. Glad the shirt is the right size, 2XL, not 5XL. You clowns." And you looking like a true New Orleans with those crawdad beads, which is what I got on right now.
Is that what that is? What
crawdad beads?
Oh, geez. Did you just go to the some kind of a festival or something? What is this? Where are you wearing these?
Does it look like does it look like I get out a lot and I'm partying? It's like, 'cause that's what I want people
to party. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't, that's not exactly what's going on here, but if people think that, that's good.
You got that Puff Daddy lifestyle, is what I imagine. That it's all just cameras and bling and like, because you come on with like gold jackets and shit sometimes. So I just assume you got.
I haven't done that in a while.
No.
Should I do that? Should we start wearing cool clothes?
Puffy jackets. Have you seen? You know what I want to do with my Creed money, dude? Have you seen Kanye West video where he's driving a Sherp? Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Look it up real quick. You know what it's
Kanye West video where he's driving a Sherp.
Just look up a Sherp. It's a truck. It's like made in Russia, but it's like this off-road. It turns into a boat. It's like this monster truck, but it's like, I think it's street legal.
Really?
It's exactly $100,000.
What?
Yeah.
Hold on.
We
Kanye
need all caps
Sherp.
Sherp. Yeah.
Sherp ATV. It's an ATV.
Yeah. You can get it with like flames on the side, dude.
I mean, you got to be kidding me with this. Hold on a second
dude,
here.
Totally serious.
All right, let me see. There's not just one video, Trent. There are like 100 videos of Kanye West in a Sherp. Kanye West on transforming his Wyoming ranch into Yeezy campus.
Yeah.
And that's what this is here.
Yeah.
And then, okay, let's watch this. Follow God here.
Yeah.
Is this a song?
What does it really mean?
He's a Christian now. Yeah.
Of course
like
he
as
is.
I stand here today, I'm reminded of the first time my children ever got an opportunity to be in snow. And when we walked outside in the snow, they were very fearful in terms of the steps that they would take. And what I did was I walked in front of them.
This is wisdom.
I took steps. And I said,
I think that's his dad.
Instead of creating your own footprints, walk in the footprints that I've already
That's me trying to get into my SUV, by the way. I had the same problem.
That's not the shirt. That's not it.
Okay, I probably should
you might
play
have to
this.
jump ahead.
Yeah, hold on. Stop sharing.
Yeah, just look up pictures of the
We'll
Sherp.
get in trouble for playing this music. Hold on a second. Sherp ahead? Wasn't that the Sherp?
That was not the Sherp. That's just a buggy.
Huh.
What do I got to send you a link or something?
I typed in Sherp, and that's what I got.
Somebody in the chat has to know.
I want to welcome a couple of more guests in here. This is Mark Polton, who is the author of Graveyard Shift, co-creator.
Yeah.
Creator. Hey, let's take John Malin's credit away.
Yeah, it was all me.
I don't think it's going to affect him. Like, creator of Graveyard Shift, Mark Polton. And Trent, well, welcome, Mark. Welcome. Yes, it's all implicit. You don't have to thank us. We're thanking you for being here. Let's let Charlie's London come in here too. Hi, Charlie's.
Hello. You all right?
Yeah, we're okay. Here's what I want to say, Trent.
Yeah.
By the way, Charlie's, this is Trent. Mark Polton, this is Trent Kanuga. I don't know if you guys have met yet.
I've met Charlie's. I haven't met Mark. How you doing, man?
Good. How are you?
Not too shabby.
Mark wrote Hawkman at DC Comics for Rob Liefeld when Rob Liefeld was drawing Hawkman.
No, Rob was writing. I was scripting. Joe Bennett was the artist.
Oh, okay, yeah. How was that? What was that experience like?
It was fun. It didn't last. It lasted a lot shorter than we expected.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Maybe we should have expected it. I don't know.
Now, here's John Malin saying Graveyard Shift to the moon. And I will say I'm very upset with John Malin for not drawing Graveyard Shift #3. And I haven't said this aloud to him. But since he's not in here and I can talk shit and he won't say anything because he's just in the chat, I will say this. John Malin, your art means so much to so many people. So much. And when you deny people your artwork, it's like slapping them across the face. It's like slapping the world across the face. The donut-shaped earth. This is you. Right across the face. Because you will not. You refuse for some reason. No, he won't. People are saying, John Malin, come in there and get insulted. He's not coming in here. He knows I'm right.
Isn't that guy doing like 500 things too, though?
It should have been 501. And Graveyard Shift should have been a priority. Mark Polton has written one of the most fun comic books that I've ever read in the indies. Graveyard Shift number 2. I've read it 5 times.
You're too kind. Thank you.
And that's when I realized, I was like, I like Mark Polton. I don't, there are a lot of, there are a lot of weirdos orbiting indie comics. We've seen that recently.
Yeah.
A lot of creepy creepersons.
I've seen the reports.
Yes. But Mark Polton, Ray of Sunshine. John Malin's here. He says, yes, you have. I've never said that. King KDI says, Mark should make EVS recognize the title. What title is that?
I just won a pro wrestling fantasy league.
You did?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is this WWF or what is? I'm sorry, I don't even know. Is WWE?
It encompasses all WWF, AEW. We picked a roster. We did it for half a year, and we calculated points based on wins and title victories and stuff like that.
What do you win? Do you got the trophy right there? What's it look like?
Just bragging rights.
Oh, that's not worth much, man. Come on. You need a trophy.
What's your signature wrestling move?
Man. Got to go with Macho Man's elbow drop off the top rope.
The elbow drop. What about the brain buster? What about the backbreaker? What about the face buster? What about the pile driver? What about the DDT or the camel clutch? You specialize in the moonsault, the Boston Crab, any of these?
Yeah, no, they're all great.
The suplex. We used to suplex each other when we were kids.
Who was the guy who used to cut people's hair? That was like Brutus the Barber Beefcake?
Yeah, Brutus the Barber Beefcake.
With hedge clippers or something. Didn't he have like some kind of hedge clipper? Yeah. Brutus. Yeah. I miss Macho Man.
I want to take John Malin right now, and I want to give him the code breaker. And what that is when I hold John's head, and then what do I do? How does it work? All right, jump up, and I put my knees on his face, and then my weight brings his head into the ground. That's what I need to do to John Malin tonight, metaphorically speaking, in terms of funding Trent's book. Oh, shit, Mark's here. I can't say it because it's Mark's book, too. I've talked myself into a corner here. No. We want to support everyone. Charlize, how are you?
I'm good. I was just sitting here listening to you talk about wrestling. And a couple of weeks ago, when we did the CG Ladies Night show on Mandy's channel, we did a D&D version of a wrestling game, and my character was the historian. We had to make our own characters up, and mine was the historian, and my signature move was called the bookmark. It was literally getting someone on the floor and smacking 2 books against their head. Books. So.
Very iconic, yes.
I like that move. All right, so here's what we're doing. Let me just show you this really quick. This is why John is afraid to come in here tonight. I thought he was a competitor. He's got Mark in here instead, and that's fine. Graveyard Shift Volume 3. There is a race to 6 figures, young lady. And the race is basically between John Malin and Mark Polton versus Trent Kanuga. And I don't want to make things uncomfortable in here. Okay. I don't want to do that.
Hold on. Wait, this is for variant covers. This isn't for a book. This is for variant covers, right?
That's right. But I mean, look, this is the this is
still doing this well. That's nuts.
Welcome to Comicsgate. So wow. This is how we do it. Now, John Malin, of course, this is his 5th campaign, 5 projects. Let me see where John's at here.
Yeah,
he's raised $728,510 with 5 campaigns, which is respectable. It's not bad, this is just variant covers. He's got 5 days left, and this is the question: who is going to be the first Comicsgate campaign to make it to 6 figures, young lady, having begun the campaign in 2021? That's why it excludes Snowman. Snowman started in December. He's not a part of this contest, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
Your campaign started on Valentine's Day, as you recall. So the question is, who's going to get there first? And I'm feeling pretty good tonight. You might have some advantages because, of course, your last 24-hour period, you got 20 more backers here. You're almost at 95,000 with still 6 hours and 15 minutes left to go. I'm feeling pretty good that tonight it is going to be, I just heard a bing happen here. Let me see. Oh, shit. Hi, John.
Hey, guys.
How are you, my friend?
Pretty good. Yeah, I was surprised all this wrestling talk going on. You know, we've been trying, Cecil and I have been trying to introduce wrestling to the conversation here for a long time, and it's never took off like it did just now. You know, Cecil and I were huge proponents for Turkish oil wrestling. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this. This is where two grown men, they grease themselves up, and the objective is to lift the other man off the ground and take about, I think it's 3 steps, and whoever can do that 3 steps is the winner. You know, but because you're greased up, you don't have anything to hold on to, and they're almost naked, so they're wearing tight leather shorts, so you got to find something to hold on to. So what they do is they actually reach into the shorts and they kind of grab around the buttocks, you know, whatever you can hold on to, you lift up. Sometimes they go down the front. I'm not saying they're grabbing the junk, but you know, I just wish we could talk more about wrestling.
I don't mind. Do you have video that you want to share? I don't care.
Yeah, okay.
We don't need to see that.
No, you know, if he wants to.
Yeah.
I'm worried about
Now
John's
it's uncomfortable.
face. I'm a little bit worried about John's face right now. This is
Yeah, it's becoming its own nation.
You're falling apart.
I know. It's been a horrible week. I've been making a lot of missteps.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I've been drinking.
Yeah. Oh, maybe we can drink tonight. I don't know. I might feel like having a drink tonight. But I mean, this is the thing. This is, you know, John has a little something or other on his lip. This is the way he looks. He looked yesterday. It wasn't such a big deal. 2 days ago, it wasn't such a big deal. Now it's getting worse and worse. And I got to say, probably by next week, John is literally going to look like this. This is the final outcome of John's face.
Oh, yeah. Mick Monster Mayhew. It's true.
Is that what you're doing? Is this you doing like a IRL cosplay of?
I fucking hope not.
Holy shit!
Yeah. So you know, it's arguing for voting rights right now. You know, I just don't get it. You know, I thought I was doing everything right, but look, you know, I started sinning, you know, by cracking open the devil's whiskey. You know, so this, you know, I just figure it's a punishment from God at this point.
I don't think God wants to punish you. Not at all. You are John Malin. Welcome to the show.
I was raised by the wolves, ate till they fool, run through the night, playing with your life, going against the pack, that's risking your life. Better play it right, yeah, you better play it right. I got loyalty.
It's great to see. A lot of people were upset that I didn't play your intro the moment you walked in. You know. All right, so let me see. What do we got here?
Yeah, so, you know, Trent might not be familiar with this, but this is a serious wrestling event started by the Ottoman Empire, I believe. Here we go.
I've seen so much of this in my life. I come on a live stream and I'm seeing more.
Yeah, see this guy. Look at these guys, right? Macho men, old men here. Look, this is like one of their most popular sports. Cecil and I have been talking about this forever, and Ethan just always like blocks us, you know, almost like
what are they doing, John? What is
they're
this?
preparing? Look, they're just, you know, they're stretching a little bit.
Slow motion hugging.
I think is nothing wrong with this, guys. Look,
why hasn't anybody been suplexed yet?
Here we go. Here we go. Look,
that's the right there.
Yeah.
That's where the boundary.
Not today. Not today. That old man's like he's gonna get it.
It's all the way down to his elbow.
Yeah,
he's all the way up to his elbow.
Yeah, this is a man's sport. Look, get it. Get that SOB.
Oh my God, the women here like it though. The girls are into this.
Oh, that's weird. You know, look, it's just,
oh, for God's sake.
This is no different than what the Spartans were doing, guys. No different.
That's no different.
No different. Look, these guys are having a lot of fun. Look how much fun these guys are having.
Yeah. So this is what
that's me. That's me on top. There's me getting Cecil. Yeah. You know, and I appreciate this video being in slow-mo.
Yeah.
You really get the drama to come through. Look, not today. Not today, Cecil.
feel like if you streamed this about 3 hours ago, I could have sent my dad the link and he could have explained to you exactly what it is.
I feel like I explained it really well.
Oh, is this an English thing? Is this something?
No, my dad's Turkish.
Oh, it's Turkish. Okay.
Yeah, Turks.
Yeah, this doesn't go on in London. Not as far as I know. Maybe for the right price in the right places, but nowhere I know.
Right. I think there are places in Vegas where you can see this too. Yeah.
Look at it. He's shaking his hand. That's what you get. That's how men, do their thing.
That's how men do their thing? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, or you can go for the, the toned down, fake storylines of, WWF, WWE stuff.
Oh, that's stuff. Wait, what do you mean fake? What do you...
Oops.
Where are you going?
No, it's not called Turkish Delight. It's something else, but yeah, mansplaining. That's vile. That's not what I was thinking about at all when we were talking about wrestling. I was
Why
thinking
would you
about
think of that as vile? That's two men in near mortal combat.
Yeah.
There is more than one type of Turkish oil wrestling, though. That's the sort of stuff that gets done at the villages and in the rodeo style, like Turkish sort of rodeos. Proper wrestling is a bit different.
Yeah.
Well, if it doesn't have oil, I don't care.
No, it doesn't have oil, John. So sorry.
Right. Probably got fake storylines. Yeah.
That's not what man spreading is. That's different. Turkish taint toss. Triple T wrestling.
Yeah.
Rhino says women's oil wrestling needs to be an Olympic sport.
Women's Turkish oil wrestling. Why can't we have that?
Yeah. Do they have a ladies' version of that? I mean,
probably not. It's
You didn't even bother looking, did you, John?
Ottoman Empire.
You don't know that.
It might be considered sexist.
There probably is. Like a lot of women in Turkey, they're not all like, covered up with the yashmaks on. There's some pretty gorgeous women in Turkey.
Right. If you've got let me find the Turkish.
How about this? Why don't you look up women's soccer? Why don't you see if there's a women's soccer or women's basketball that we can enjoy where one particular athlete might be dominating the others? We'll see a little bit of culture. We'll see what women can do. I've been told that women can do anything that men can do. I disagree. I think we're so much better than women. Sorry, Charlies, but we really are. Men are so much better than women at almost everything except for like making babies.
Yeah, stronger, faster, smarter.
Yeah. Philbo Baggins says, forget the leather pants wrestling. Have you all heard of Kaiju Big Battle? Guys dressed as giant monsters kicking each other's asses and smashing buildings in the ring. Awesome.
Yes, I have. When I lived in California, I actually went to one of those wrestling events out in LA somewhere. So
Wait,
I've been to one of these. It was like, there was like some guy had like almost like a big box for a head, and they put down like these little cityscapes like in the ring, and then they'll have like an Ultraman type guy and a monster, and they'll kind of fight, and it's just like wrestling except it's fake kaiju and you use your imagination. But it was a really nice production. It was a very small area, but like they did it up like they had high aspirations. And that was back in like 2004. So
when my last trip to Tokyo, I went to this place called Robot Cafe or something like that. And it was basically like they had this show with where massive kaijus would come out, the foam stuff. It looked like you were in an episode of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, but it's all musical. They got these drums going on, and it's a food situation. So like you eat, it's mostly just bar food, stuff like that. And it's mostly for foreigners, but it sounds a little bit like that, except it's not really like, it's a staged battle, between these massive like trucks that have dragon heads that come out and smash into each other and stuff like that. But yeah.
And the moves in there too. Like it was a lot more like kind of like what I think of, I don't know, I'm going to date myself, like Ricky the Dragon Steamboat kind of, it's a lot lot more the flipping, kind of action going on with the Ultraman type character.
Ultraman,
so I mean, it was very like dynamic, other than the monster suits. So.
Yeah, there was a wrestler back in I think the 90s. His name was the Blue Blazer, and he would do crazy shit like that. He'd go up to the third ring and do like a triple flip to land on somebody's with his arms. Like, wow. Yeah,
that's art. Yeah.
Who's John's new pro he's been teasing?
Oh, no, that's Comicsgate's new pro. That's the pro that Ethan's going to be unveiling once Creed hits $100,000 tonight. So if you guys want that announcement, you got to get Creed up
How
there.
can I
100K.
weasel my way out of this? There's got to be a way.
There
that I
is.
can-
If you don't tell him, I'm going to tell him. I already know.
What's the way, John? How do I cheat them?
Well, we make this a race and we get Graveyard Shift up there, sucking that money right out of Ethan and Trent's pocket as we boost and benefit, Mark.
There's got to be another way.
Terrible strategy.
There's got to be another way. Let me read some super chats from people who are disgusted by all of us, except for Charlie's. Charlie's has not received any criticism yet. Let's see. Look up women's beach handball, says Ron Guerra. Beach handball. David Bowser says, I just got the YouTube membership cards in the mail today. Thanks, Uncle E. Also, was there an announcement about Patreon cards? There was. If you go to my Patreon channel, my Patreon page, I should say, the link is there already for new patrons. Go ahead. It's the same methodology of YouTube membership cards, same exact technique, and it's not too late. Go ahead and join now. Yako Say says this better not be porn. I don't think it counts as porn, but it's disgusting. Women's oil. Oh, I read that one. SWL Skinamax Wrestling League, says Eddie Winkler. Let me see. Styles One Clash says, can you confirm or deny that the new comic skate artist is Gary Frank? Who told them that it was Gary? Cecil is here. He says, get Trent to do shots. That seems to sell books. No, I'm not going to get Trent to drink. That would be a mistake. 200 Watt Studio says, Charlie's EVS wants Anna to make love to Graham. He created Bane. EVS wants you to make love to Shane. He created Dexstar. None of that's true, Charlie's.
It's okay. He can have. Shane's got Yanzi. I've got a Yan, so it's fine.
Would there ever be some confusion?
I don't believe so.
Where, you walked into a dark bedroom and you were like, no, wait, because that would be another woman.
I don't believe for one moment that Yanzi snores like he does, so I think it'll be fine.
Oh. You never know. Welcome, Dale, Agent of Chaos.
Dale, how's it going?
It's going okay, Dale. How are you?
Yeah, just
you sound like a tired me,
guys.
Dale just comes. Dale, goodbye. Dale just comes in here and makes fun of John, and then
he's got one bit, one shtick.
That's all he does.
He's just, guys.
It's out of love, I'm sure.
He didn't even put the Malin face on.
No, he needs to do that. Styles One Clash says, did I miss the Shaheen stream? It doesn't matter because I wasn't on it. I was too tired, man. I know I disappointed everybody. I want to issue a formal apology to everyone who wanted to see me on the Shaheen show today.
Formal? So is it going to be in writing or just verbal?
No, I'm going to put on a tuxedo.
Is that the guy who's not so nice to you that reviewed your book?
Just one of thousands of them.
Friend of me.
Okay. Oh,
yeah. He. I was supposed to be on his show. Oh, people are calling me a coward. Coward. Hold on a second. One trick wonder. Oh no, they're saying that about Dale. They're calling Dale a coward and a one trick pony. Hold on a second. Let's see if we. Dale, how are you?
That's all good.
Oh, you're supposed to do the John Malin thing again. I'm supposed to kick you again.
I don't care.
Oh, it's good to see you, Dale. Yeah, Dale, were you mad that I did not show up on the Dan Shaheen show, or how did you feel about it?
No, I didn't care. I just felt like, you know when you feel like you need to tweet at least once a day. I felt really strongly about that one tweet a day, and I needed to tweet because I need interaction on Twitter. So I thought, you know what? Let me talk about Dan Shaheen. That'll get people riled up.
What did you say? I didn't see you talking about Dan Shaheen.
I was just saying, I don't like him.
Oh.
Felt strongly about him, so I said I don't like him.
Yeah. A lot of people were like, why are you wasting your time? I don't know. What am I doing? I'm a comic book artist. My time is precious somehow? It's like I'm here, like all of my time is wasted. I've wasted my entire life, John.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I'm with you.
Just making comic books about frogs. Am I changing the world, though? Can I delude myself? Hold on, let me work on that. Changing the world. It worked.
Yeah,
felt pretty good.
Yeah, you're benefiting Somalians every day.
How's that going, by the way? 2020 by 2030, is it?
I'm glad you asked.
If you think Somalian kids don't need monocles, you're only seeing half the picture. Together with you, Visionary Aid can end anisotropia in Somalian children in our lifetime. Somonocles for Somalia. One heart, one vision. Let's make these kids 2020 by 2030.
And I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. Do you really want to hurt me? Do you really want to make me cry? Precious kisses once upon me. Lovers never ask you why.
I want to thank our sponsors. We're back. We're back to the Comic Artist Pro Secret Show. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Tonight's a very important night. We've got some fantastic guests with us. And, of course, this is the closeout stream for Creed. Creed Reimaginary. Trent, I'm really proud to be a part of this. And I got to say, you know, Creed was an incredibly fun creation. Came out shortly after I created Cyberfrog. You were doing a book called Deadbolt, and then out of the blue, here comes Creed. And Creed was an enormous roller coaster hit. Now, one of the things that I most fondly remember about the first issue of Creed was that the book opened, the first book opened with urine, which I don't think has ever been done before.
No, first time. Yeah.
First time that somebody, you know, transitioned between scenes with pee-pee. You want to talk about that a little bit and where that came from?
No, I don't. No, but I was gonna start book 2 with the deuce, you know, but
that would have made sense. Number 1 is pee-pee and number 2 is poo-poo. You didn't do it though.
Well, I realized I didn't really have a bit for book 3, so I decided to just, before it became a thing. Yeah, nice. Thank you. I can always count on John to throw that in there.
Mark Polton, how do you feel about that as a writer? Do you think thematically pee-pee and poo-poo are a good way to separate 2 chapters of the story? And what would the third one be?
Yeah, no, I'm jealous I didn't think of it.
So conceptually, Creed was like Calvin and Hobbes. It was like, or the Don Quixote type of a story. So it was like, you know, normal things that would happen to you, you know, like he kind of gets mixed up with the dream world, kind of fantasy world. So in that particular case, Ethan, you and I were talking about how just we never see comic book characters doing things that normal people do, like going to the bathroom. So it just made total sense to start the book out that way. And then his stream of urine, because he can jump between dimensions into the dream world, his stream of urine becomes the rivers of the dream world. And then he suddenly
stream of unconsciousness.
Transported. Yeah, yes, you'd say yes.
Trent, did you do drugs when you were younger? What, were you doing weed, or were you a straight edge kid? Were you a good?
That was a private. We can talk about that later. But
okay, all right. That's all right. Gotcha. All right. I just want to make sure, because you know sometimes there's people out there, they never touch any kind of drugs or substances. You know, like Ethan, and then they just have like these crazy imaginations. And I just wondered if you were 2 of a kind.
No, every time I talk to Ethan, I just assume he's on mushrooms. There was like that. Didn't you have a bad experience with that recently, Ethan?
He had a bad experience with a grasshopper when he was a child. He ate a pink one, and it, this changed him.
Yeah, that is true. I still remember that. I don't know why I did that as a kid.
Wait, it was a pink grasshopper?
Yes. In Provo, Utah, where I was born, there were... in the wild, just all over the place, this very strange breed of pink grasshoppers. And I thought I hallucinated them because I have this memory. It's pretty vivid. I've shared everything about my life with my YouTube family here. Unfortunately, most people recall, and then they've used it to formulate judgments about me. But I thought I hallucinated it, but this is what it is. Here he is. These are all over the place in Utah. Look, now they're in Austin, Texas here. Oh, pink grasshopper spotted in Austin, Texas. Well, they just traveled from Salt Lake City. I picked one of these up as a kid, and I said, and I crunched it in my mouth, and it tasted like... I can't even. Yeah, like it tasted like a future, like a bright future. I wanted to be Superman as a kid. I admired Superman quite a bit. I didn't get to be Superman because I had a frilly white Q-tip afro on my head. My mom dressed me like one of the Jacksons. And I had my mom, the hippie, had an enormous white fro on my head, and old ladies used to come up to me and go, "Oh, it's like a little cloud," and I'd be like, as they're like, jamming their fingers through my head. And my mom has pictures of me, and I really do. I look like a photo negative of somebody from Good Times. It's a very, very strange what my mom did to me.
Photo negative.
I still talk to her about it. I'm like, why did you make me look like that, Mom? So in any case, I wanted to be Superman. I wasn't going to be Superman. I did look a little bit more like the greatest American hero, he did fly. He's a clumsy white guy with a blonde afro. And so I felt nowadays when SJWs talk about representation, needing to see themselves in comics, yeah, I make fun of them, but I know what they mean. I wanted to see myself as a superhero, and the closest I could get was Ralph. From the greatest American hero.
Oh, is that the guy's name? The teacher? The blind guy?
I seem to remember it was Ralph, yeah. Look what has happened.
Was that the show? Was that the show where if he sees red, he loses his power? Am I mixing that up with a different show?
You might be mixing that up with Super Fuzz, or it goes by another name too, like Super Trooper. That was the guy who played the original Django, and it also had Ernest Borgnine, and he it was either red or no, yellow was like a Green Lantern thing. I think it was red. Like if you saw a stoplight, he loses powers. It was like a comedy. It was like a comedy.
Yeah. So that's not Greatest American Hero.
No. Greatest American Hero was the guy. He had the big white fro. He had the red kind of spacesuit, Superman-ish thing, and he couldn't use any of his powers. He was clumsy. He'd try to fly and he'd be like, "Oh," and go over here and.
Yeah. The weird thing when I think about those old shows is I can't tell you anything that actually happens in those shows. Like I remember the concept of the show, like Airwolf. I remember like the intro. I remember the Did Ethan just grab his keyboard?
Yeah.
I remember the intros. I don't remember the shows.
Right up there with Incredible Hulk walking away, right? Incredible.
I want to apologize to everyone.
Voice of an angel, really.
Yeah.
That was good.
Thank you, Adam.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
I have an important question. Well, I have two important questions. One, what did I do to deserve all these Cyberfrog cards? I got this card set from you. I'm like, oh, finally. Amazing. Incredible. This can't be the monthly YouTube thing, is it?
Yeah, but it's not monthly, though. It's going to be like annual. Well, I'm giving you all of them at once and just saying.
Thank you.
Boy, yeah, you're welcome. You're quite welcome. You didn't have to do much to get those.
I don't do much of anything. So
yeah. You just had to join the channel. It's very simple.
I'm glad I did. And my second question, if I may be so inquisitive, is to say, how old were you when you ate that grasshopper? Because you said you were a kid, but it could be 9, could be 3, could be 15.
Congratulations to Trent Kanuga, who is now at 96,000.
All right.
Whoa.
$46 with 1,306 backers. And let's compare that to Snowman. Oh, it's almost like Matt is being. Oh, Matt got another backer. Appreciate that. Matt's going to get to 92,000 tonight with Snowman: A Cold Day in Hell. Watch this.
Nice.
New from All Caps Comics.
New.
Snowman: A Cold Day in Hell. The victim of a genocidal massacre has somehow returned from the dead and is carving a path of death across the heart of America. Driven by the echoes of silent screams, this is the story of a man once known as Black Dog, the one now forever known as the Snowman. Snowman: A Cold Day in Hell, back it today, only on Indiegogo.
How do you like that?
Nice. Cool.
You ain't going to see Matt Martin coming. He's going to sneak up here and get to six figures before any of you.
Yeah.
Just out of the blue. Did you read this, Trent? I mean, Matt gave me a bunch of pages here.
Yeah, I gave him a bunch of notes, and he's like, nah, I'm going to do it my way. So,
are you serious?
He's very... Matt is an artiste, and he has a vision. And the most I can do is, like, throw out a few suggestions. But, like, hey, man, he knows exactly what he wants. And he's so meticulous about this, by the way. Like, if you... Ethan, you might recognize it, but there's a couple of panels where he was like, you know what? He was talking to me. We were just chatting while we were working. And he goes, man, like, I think I got to completely redraw, like, these 3 panels because they don't have the energy that I feel like it needs. And there's so much of, you know, a moment in a comic, I think, is about the emotional impact of a character's reaction. And I think he recognizes that. Matt's one of the most detail-oriented guys I know. Very specific about what he wants. And he'll put in that extra work. I think he's crazy, but he'll go in and completely redraw panels or pages if he has to.
He will do that. I have noticed that about Matt, but this is a really exquisite storytelling, great writing from Matt. Like, Matt's writing a convincing Western with good dialogue. I mean, the dialogue from these characters is just great, including the bunnies. Even the bunnies talk.
Yeah, it's whacked out. Like, it's crazy. It's probably the most cohesive, the strongest cinematic comic I've ever seen him do. Like, when I was reading this, I was like, this feels like storyboards for a film, like a strong setup for a film, you know?
Yeah, I do agree. So Snowman: A Cold Day in Hell is funding right now. And if you haven't backed this, this is going to be... Trent, are you finished, Creed? Are you, like, done? Are you ready to go, like, basically to printer? How far away are you from...
You know what it was? Like, I thought I was done, and then I heard Malin talking about being a perfectionist, and I'm like, fuck, he's right. I got to go back in. So I'm adding more, just, like, bumping up, you know, adding more detail to backgrounds, painting stuff out. Like, yeah, like, if I can, I want to keep giving it more, but the foundation is there. I approach writing stories the way that I approach gray boxing out a video game, where it's like, you build out the whole vision of the whole thing, like in storyboard, and then you decide where to put most of your impact of your energy, and you just keep building it all up as you go. And then occasionally, because I work mostly digitally, I'll go back in and redraw panels as well. So that's kind of where I'm at too. And especially, you know, Matt and I talking about it, it's like, yeah, you know, I want to make sure that I really communicate the scene the way that like with the most impact that I can get it. So, like, the foundational, I guess you'd say the first draft of both books is completely done. It's just about polish now and adding that extra mustard on top. Do you know what I'm saying? To give it that extra flavor.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Yeah, so it's basically going to be a race now. You know, for All Caps Comics, we got Warts and All. That's going to be fulfilling in a couple of weeks, I think. I don't know when the rest of the books are coming in, but we've got everything on its way. We'll be fulfilling Cyberfrog Warts and All. Starblades is currently at the printer, so we'll be fulfilling Starblades. Great All Caps Comics project here by Kyle Ritter. This is Trent, have you seen this?
It looks awesome. It's so cool. I mean, it reminds me of like a Mass Effect, or, I mean, I'm coming from the game industry, and it, you know, I mean, it looks like a really kick-ass sci-fi adventure. Yeah.
Let's watch this animation that Kyle did himself by hand. I got to get Kyle back to work on Cyberfrog. He's got to stop working on stuff like this for himself. You know,
dude,
very selfish.
I imagine I imagine that's him rocking on guitar too. Like he's just.
It's probably not. I'm going to take a wild guess. It's probably
You don't think that's
okay,
him?
I don't think that's
okay.
Starblades Volume 1, 205,000. This is twice six figures, young lady. He did it. You can do it too. And that's what we're expecting. We're going to see all these campaigns. We're going to see Snowman and Creed actually hit 200,000 as well, I think, by the end of the year. But we are currently at a race for fulfillment. We'll see who comes next. Is it going to be Creed or is it going to be Snowman to be the next book that gets completed, printed, and shipped to backers? In the meantime, we'll leave it open as a store so that people can pick it up. All these people who are, Johnny-come-latelys, latecomers. Why couldn't you help make this book happen? Why do you have to leech off of the, belief, the faith of other people who were happy to donate and help fund this comic book from its inception? Why do we have people like that around here, Mark?
I don't know, man. I was a first day backer.
Oh. Why is it like that, Dale? Can you imagine these people who just go, oh, the book's already finished, now I'll buy it?
Man, yeah, all those latecomers, all those people who want to come late, that's the worst time to come.
That's the worst time. Yeah, early. We need pre-ejaculators.
Anytime I come, it's on time.
That's right. Let's get it done, guys. Let's go. Snowman Graveyard Shift, Volume 3. Now, we did have a little controversy about this earlier, but I think that's smoothed over now.
Yeah.
As John Malin's and Mark Polton's Graveyard Shift Volume 3 exclusive variants.
Yeah, it's smoothed over, unlike my Cold Sore, which has achieved voting rights and is now complaining about discrimination in the workplace.
I'm going to discriminate against it. I don't understand. Well, what are you doing to it? Are you picking at it?
Yeah, a little bit, just, like, what's wrong with you? Like, stop being there.
It's going to get worse. It's just going to get worse and worse.
Can I just add that I just had a look at my campaign and I'm about $680 away from 50,000.
Oh,
nice.
That's awesome.
Charlie's London on Indiegogo, a story about Charlie Chaplin and his experiences in London. The biographic novel by Charlie's London, fully accepted. Like, Trent, here's the thing. Charlie's got permission from Charlie Chaplin's family, the estate, to do this comic.
Yeah, I was fascinated. I heard her talking about it on one of your live streams. I don't really watch your show, but I watch it to find out about Charlie's London. And
sick burn.
Okay.
And no, she was talking about how Charlie Chaplin was, he's like one of the first examples of cancel culture, where we saw that they were trying to shut him down. And I had no idea. I'm so fascinated by the story. Like, that's why, and also knowing that you have like a fascination with his history and you've really dug into the research of it. I want to know what you know. So I backed this immediately after I saw that.
Well, we're obviously ahead of you. So it's the 16th of April here. And it's actually his birthday is the 16th of April.
Oh.
So yeah, but I'm sorry, Ethan. I didn't mean to gate crash you. I know you're doing your thing tonight with all these fantastic campaigns. I just wanted to sort of throw it in there because it's getting closer and it's really exciting. So thank you for just showing it for me.
You are more than welcome. Chaplin denies that he is a communist. We all should, and we should mean it when we do so. Deny that you are a communist. Everywhere that you look, everywhere that you turn. See, Charlie Chaplin was doing it when it was not fashionable to deny that you were a communist. In the 1950s, everybody wanted to be a communist. I've
actually seen the FBI papers, and he really wasn't a communist. They didn't really have very much. In fact, that's the reason why they sort of exonerated him many years later. But I can also understand why some of the stupid things he did and why he was so stubborn, why people actually thought he was one. Because he just wasn't, he didn't do much to help himself. He was a bit of a nightmare. And if somebody told him not to do something, he'd do it anyway, just because someone was telling him not to do it. So that's kind of where a lot of it comes from.
That is the spirit of John Malin. John Malin is that guy. Same kind of guy. I'm like, stop picking at your cold sore on your face.
That's what the wife is like. Don't pick at it. I'm like, up yours. Watch. I'm going to pick it twice as hard now.
You say up yours to your wife?
Yeah, that's what I told her.
I'm trying to think of what would happen if Andrea asked me to do something and I said, up yours.
No, well, no. You, if I recall correctly, the other night you gritted your teeth at her.
Oh yeah, but I didn't say up yours to her. All right, here's what happened.
Different approaches.
Yeah, I just said do it yourself.
Do it yourself
to her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, but I was drunk. I was passed. Some of you guys don't know. I was passed out drunk on the couch, Trent, from the Jack show last week. I'm never going on the Jack show again, ever. The worst peer pressure imaginable. Passed out drunk.
You got me drinking.
I didn't say I was the one.
I've never drank a single day in my life on a stream. I've never been drunk or anything. And then Ethan comes on there, drink up, John. Go get some liquor. Like,
you had it, didn't you? You had it. No, you didn't have to go, oh, well, let me go to the store.
I did. I went to the store, went down.
You're like, let me get it. It's under my table. You know.
I bought a shot glass that night. Like I had to buy it because I don't even have a shot glass. Now I do.
Linkovich Tomovsky is quick to just point out my hypocrisy. Ethan, you initiated that all.
Yeah.
So I got so drunk, Trent. I'm on the couch. I'm passed out on the couch of my studio like this, just unconscious. Andrea comes down because I didn't come to bed, you know, so I'm on the couch. Andrea comes downstairs and she goes, Ethan, the water's running in the driveway. Now imagine being so fucked up. It's 3 a.m. You can barely think, and your wife is suddenly appearing over you and going, the water is running in the driveway. I'm like, I'm hallucinating this. And she's like, I'm scared the water is running in the... Now, I know what this is. This happened last year. We've got raccoons that come around to the hose, and they use their little hands. They know it's a water source. They're very smart. So they turn it on, and there's the hunter's hose that he uses to wash his car. It will just spit water out into the driveway. And she's like, I'm scared to go out and go turn it off. And I'm like, she's like, you opened your eyes at me, and one was up here and the other one was going that way, like super cross-eyed. And you said, do it yourself. Like that sounds, just like you gritted your teeth at me.
Wait. But that does make sense. She went out there. She saw the water was running.
No, she just
heard afraid of the raccoons?
Yeah, she's like, okay, go. Right. I'm not afraid of a raccoon. You don't know what neighborhood I come from. I'll slap a fucking raccoon across its face. You know, I'm not afraid of raccoons.
Yeah. Well, you used to have bears, didn't you? When you lived in upstate New York, you had bears. You were telling me.
That's correct. I got attacked by a bear when I lived upstate.
Yeah, I didn't know that. You got attacked by one?
It was in Wizard magazine. Yeah.
What? How do I not know this story?
Trent, so I bought a garbage house that used to be a store. It was like
you were bragging about it. You're like, this is the only way to buy a house.
Yeah, I bought a house for 10 grand cash.
Yeah.
It's a fixer-upper.
Yeah.
And you know, they didn't have street lights. Okay, this is way out in the mountains, Big Indy in New York. Okay, it's near Woodstock, and near Phoenicia, Phoenicia, Big Indy. Yeah. How do you know that, John?
My friend's mom lived in Phoenicia, New York. So we went there, visited, stayed a while. A few times we've gone out there, and we've gone to Woodstock out there. And she introduced me to Jack Morelli and Christy Shield when I was a young child. These were a Marvel. Christy Shield, I believe, is a colorist, and Jack Morelli, I think, was a letterer. So they worked for Marvel. So that was like really cool for me. I was like, oh, cool. And I went in their house and they, got some free comics from them. I was like, awesome. Yeah.
Terry Austin lives there. Jim Starlin, Todd DeZago, like a bunch of comic book pros live in that neighborhood. But I was about 20 minutes more rural than Terry Austin. And you know, in order to get rid of your garbage, you had to put your garbage out on a certain time. The garbage truck came at 3 a.m. No street lights. It's pitch black out there. Okay. And if you left your garbage out there, like if you took it out at a normal hour, say 8 p.m., the bears would come down from the mountains and get into your garbage. They're giant raccoons. So, you know, you want to do it as close to 3 a.m. as possible. So while I'm out there, there's 2 feet of snow on the ground, and I'm dragging the can around, feeling for the fence post because I know that's where. And I hear in my neighbor's yard, my neighbor had walleye, which I will never. I like walleye now. I started drawing all my DC villains with walleye because of this guy. he was a lunatic too. He was just up there hammering on his roof with no nails. He was just hitting his roof with his fucking hammer, like this, like. And I was just like, this guy's unique. He threw a cigarette and lit the mountain on fire too, which was bizarre. So anyway, I'm dragging my can out to the curb, and I hear rustling coming from about 20 yards away, which would be his garbage. Okay, his garbage can. And I'm like, what? Like, what the hell? I'm like, and as soon as I could formulate the thought that that's probably a bear, something hit me. Like I got hit by a Volkswagen Bug. I wouldn't say a bus. I'd say a bug. I wouldn't say a hippie mobile. I'd say like a Hitler mobile, you know, a little bug. Ran me over, knocked me down into the snow. And I felt like on my chest, like this, right here, like this. And I heard it run up the mountain behind my house. And for a long time, I just sat there, like lying in the snow and thinking I got hit by a car.
Waiting to be devoured.
I didn't know what happened. And I was like, a bear just ran into me. A bear just ran right past me, knocked me over, tackled me.
Wow.
You know,
That could have been the end. Wow. It could have been Sasquatch.
Could have been Chinoo. If it was snowing, it could have been a Chinoo.
That's right.
Yeah. They were, it was insane. There was an article about it in Wizard Magazine.
Wow.
Ethan Van Sciver mauled by a bear. At the time, I thought that was the best article that they probably, I just said, you know, comics would be better. Comic book news would be better if that's the kind of stuff that you got. Like Ethan Van Sciver mauled by a bear, Dan Fraga attacked by a shark. You know, like that would be good news.
I think it would be Dan Fraga attacks the shark.
Yeah, Dan would. Well, John Malin would attack the shark too.
Yeah.
You know, John Malin bites shark. You know,
I'd put my finger right up its butt.
Sharks like that.
I've heard that's what you have to do is try to wiggle a finger.
Yeah. That's all it takes.
Why would you say that? I was sitting there thinking you would say, no, I bite its fin off, you know, or something like that. You're penetrating it with your finger.
Yeah. Shark orgy.
Now, look, it's not just enough to kill the shark. You need to dominate the shark, you know, before you kill it. Then
you want the shark to remember you at the very least.
Then it has your permission to die.
It'd be like, oh yeah, that guy. Remember that guy? Yeah.
I had a bat on my head and didn't realise I had a bat on my head when I was in Cyprus once. There's a really nice restaurant up in the mountains, and I didn't know that there's bats that are on the trees. And I literally thought that whatever I felt on my head was just like a branch that had come down, and like was just because it was quite windy and there were branches that were going around. And then my dad was like, "Just don't move." And then he lit us because apparently they don't like smoke, so he lit his cigarette to try to get it away. And I was like, "What are you doing?" And then when I looked up, I just saw its wings here, and I was myself. So I literally he got it off me. And I was like, oh, my God. They're saying in the chat, I'm patient zero. No, I'm not patient zero. I didn't eat the thing.
Horrendous. All right. So we've got some strategies for how to defeat wild animals that are coming at you. When you see Jaws and you're watching the movie Jaws, are you like, you know, kind of like backseat driving a little bit there, like sofa, what's that called? Monday morning quarterback, but you're you know, you're
I'm like, no, you're doing it wrong. You gotta get your arm around the fin. That pushes you back and gets you into position, you know, so for your thumb. You know, they're always at the mouth end. I'm like, you guys are going at the shark fighting wrong, man.
The mouth is like where the teeth are. That's where it's sharp. That's the owie end of the shark. You want to go to the other end of the shark where it's owie for him.
That's right.
You know, where you can just do this and then, you know, like that. And
then he knows who's boss.
Yeah.
You guys remember that picture that Cecil drew of Cecil loving a shark and the shark was crying?
Yeah. Yeah, he ripped me off while I'm you know, blaming people of ripping me off. You know, Cecil ripped me off. I did a Lobo having sex with a dolphin picture. Yeah, that inspired.
Lobo did have sex with a dolphin, though.
Yeah, he loved dolphins.
Yeah, that was something that we learned from my interview with Keith Giffen. I interviewed Keith Giffen about this issue of Justice League that he wrote. And he explained the whole thing about, and it's a good video on my channel. My channel used to serve a useful purpose. It used to be informative. It wasn't just shit like this. You know, yeah. And I interviewed Keith Giffen. He talked about how Lobo made love to space dolphins, and that was his whole thing. Swear to God, that's
Degenerate.
true. It is degenerate.
Remember Ambush Bug Keith Giffen did? I love that, and I have no idea why. I can't remember why. It was just great.
Ambush
Long
Bug?
time ago. Keith
Was
Giffen.
it indie? Where was it published?
DC, but it was like I thought it was Creator owned. I don't know. It was just very cool in the 80s.
Anyway, let me read some super chats from people who are probably furious about this. Like, they paid good money to sit here and watch this show.
They do.
And it is, this is probably like, is this the worst show I've ever done? Or is it like,
I feel like we're on fire right now.
Yeah. Well, it was good,
too, but like not in a good way, you know?
It was good before I came on. And nobody was talking about fingering sharks either. I was listening to it for a little while. Yeah. It was pretty good, actually.
No. You think you brought that on? I mean,
yeah, no, I think I just kind of ruined it, you know.
Yeah. No, I don't. I wouldn't blame you. I blame John.
You know? It's probably me. Yeah.
Amateur Ant says EVS was attacked by a bear, and by bear he means a big hairy gay guy.
They do call them bears, don't they?
I didn't realize that was code. It all makes sense now.
Yeah. Pete Sametti's in the chat. He goes, "Believe it or not, Ethan's not a DC. He's too busy making green, hopping around with his pal that's a frog. Who could it be? Believe it or not, it's just a. Hey, is that why I ate the pink grasshopper? Because I was like the soul of the frog, like almost like a Native American.
I was about to point out a series of coincidences when we're talking about that. Like, you have a thing with things that hop. There's the grasshopper.
Yeah.
Superman, you know, originally he could only leap. He could leap a building in a single bound. He's a great jumper, which is probably why you wanted to be Superman. And then you create a frog.
And then like one-legged midgets, I like too. That's been a part of my life.
They would hop.
Yeah, so maybe you're right. Let me see. Look up women's beach handball, says Ron Guerra. We got something like that lined up. I'll show you in a minute. David Bowser, thanking me for the YouTube membership cards. This had better not be porn, says Jack say. Women's. Oh, wait a second here. No, it's not Gary Frank. Get Trent to do shots. That seems to sell books, says Cecil. Nobody wants to see you and Cecil oil wrestle, John, says the Rock Fighter.
There's always an exception to the rule out there. One guy.
Jarl Tracosta says Ethan is the Yokozuna of comics. Do you have any idea what that means? Is that
It's an old wrestler, I think, a big fat Asian dude.
Yeah, he's a sumo wrestler.
Little overweight, like, you know. That's okay. Peter, but he's a wrestler. That's what he's a fighter.
Sumo, yeah.
Sumo. I wouldn't have thought sumo would come to mind when thinking of me. I mean, Peter's Fat says I would have to play Orange Cassidy, freshly squeezed. Argothian Swine says Ethan's finisher is called the Boston Cream. That's my finishing wrestling move, I guess. Literature Devil says check out Charlie's London's comic on Indiegogo. Oh, that's nice of Lit Dev.
I love him.
You know, he's sitting there promoting Charlie's London. Let me see. Mark should make EVS recognize the title. We read that one. Rich Rebuilds owns that Sherp now. Just did a video yesterday, says the Rock Biter. Ramford Crone says, hail guys, congrats to both of you. I'm super hyped for the future of All Caps Comics, and I don't even have a stake in it. Never stop, Ethan. Oh, there's a comma there. Never stop, Ethan. Okay. Never stop, Ethan. Lombardi says, can't wait to read your comic, Trent. People are excited about Trent. Trent, were you inspired by the film Legend, says Antoine Dennison?
I saw it. It wasn't like a big impact on me. The Neverending Story came out around the same time, and that was probably a bigger influence. The whole thing with the nothing, Creed has the void. I just renamed stuff. It's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, Neverending Story is what I always thought about, you know.
Yeah. Atreyu.
Oh, yeah. That movie was weird. That freaked me out.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, look at all the similarities. I mean, it was the movie, you know, like, I don't know about you guys, but when I was a little kid, I'd find like that one movie or the couple of movies, and I'd be begging my parents to just put it on again over and over, and I never got tired of it. Neverending Story was one of those movies for me. Yeah.
Transformers, the animated movie. I watched that thing.
Oh, yeah.
A billion times before I had to take it back to the video store.
You gotta fight.
Yeah, you got the touch.
You got the sound, the tape for it. Yeah.
That's what it was. Yeah.
I think mine were Short Circuit and the Dark Crystal.
Which one was the last one?
The Dark Crystal, the
The
original.
Dark Crystal. Hell
was
yeah.
awesome.
That one, big time. Yeah. Did you watch the new series?
No, I haven't, because I just don't want to ruin the original for me and have that in my head. I just want to remember it when I was a kid and the original one. I've heard mixed things about it as well.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. I hear you. I like the Neverending Story. I did like that movie. It was weird. It inspired me as a kid. I wanted to be Lamal from Kajagoogoo. It came pretty close too. Oh, by the way, this is hold on, John Malin, Art Nazi. This is Yokozuna, huh? That's me.
Yeah.
I don't see the similarities, guys.
Oh, no.
You know, I'm not one that avoids self-deprecation, but you know, F you. That doesn't look like me at all.
It could be aspirational.
This is it's not aspirational. I don't want to be like that. Okay, here we go. Watch this. This is me right here.
Oh, the singer, huh?
Yeah. I mean, this inspires. As you can see, here I am walking through the snow, trying to take my garbage out.
Oh, that's a Trey. That's a Trey.
Oh, that's a Trey. You there? Yeah. Listen to this music, and he looks, and there's a mirror there, and that's me in the mirror.
I don't remember that in the movie.
I don't remember it either. But I mean, this is like that's how I just believe people are fighting in the snow. Hold on a second. People are fighting in the snow all the time. They're fighting through travails, all kinds of problems. And then they stop for a moment. They hear a little bit of like gay disco music. And then you look, and then this is what you see. Like all of a sudden, there I am. Yeah. You're looking for me, and there I am.
Tell them to turn around.
And there I am, yeah.
It's kind of a little gay. Wow.
Look at that hair.
You think it's a little gay?
That hair is coming back.
The whole turnaround part, that and the music, yeah.
Now hold on a second. There's nothing gay about this. This is inspirational.
Yeah, what is gay about a man singing in a mirror and turning to the camera to sing?
Me being attracted to him, I guess.
Yeah.
It's on me.
Your end there.
It's my hang up.
You guys are projecting a lot about this. All I'm saying is this is just the people who need a leader. They need guidance, and they're going through the snow. And again, just imagine this. Imagine being in the snow, and then this is what happens. Somebody could make a meme of this. I'd appreciate it.
Yeah. It's like the sunshine meme, but in the snow.
That is the shape. Yeah, you're looking for help. You're looking for somebody, and then you see me with my stupid head and my, weird hair, my wig or something.
Trying to induce children to turn around.
Yeah, that'd be great, actually, Ethan, if you went full screen for yourself and you do the turnaround so someone can cut you out for that, and then they just put the track over top of it.
Peter Stametti in the chat just said that he's sure that it's Billy Tucci circa 1986.
Oh, yeah.
It does look like Billy Tucci. Yeah, you're right about that. That is, yeah.
Well, I didn't remember that being part of Joe Dirt.
Oh, my God. All right, so here's what it would be, okay? It would be this. Turn around. Hold on.
You got a full screen, yeah.
Yeah, okay, hold on.
All right, you got to turn around, though, too.
Okay, hold on. No. This is just for... Hold on. This is... Oh, I got a nice hat mark on my head. I got it. Yeah. Okay, so here it is. Turn around. Okay, so that's all you need for the meme. And go ahead and make that happen. We've got some very gifted people here who will make it look... The other version of the video is better. Is there another version of the video? That's the only one I ever seen.
You do realize that someone's going to have made that by the end of this stream, right?
It's probably already done. And that's the problem with being on YouTube is they get the memes up right away.
Yeah, we'd like to see that tonight. Yeah.
Stat.
Ethan's singing voice needs work, says Antoine Dennison.
Everyone's going to dub you anyways. Yeah, you're going to be dubbed anyways.
Antoine, I am...
Yeah, I just saw
that. Hey, Tweeter Trash.
Yes, you are, Tweeter Trash. Let's go. And by the way, if Sheila makes it, she's going to use the fat version of me.
Yeah. You want to get to it before Sheila does.
Yeah.
Don't let Sheila do it, guys. Don't let Sheila do it. That's right. I am gifted. Very gifted. Is this a never-ending story? Says you are all morons. Is it you are? Yeah, you are all morons backwards. Very clever, because I see people go Snoram 11 Aru. No, it's backwards. He's insulting everyone backwards.
That's pretty good, actually.
I don't think it's good at all. I think it's mean.
Well, I wouldn't have noticed it. I guess it's good that you figured it out. I'm easy to fool.
It's backwards, so it's basically a compliment.
That's a way to look at it. Yeah, it's like it's like the opposite of that, because it's reversed.
It's reversed.
Wow. It's like a reverse spell, in a way, I guess. Trent Kanuga's Creed Reimaginary #1. We come to close it down tonight, and look at this. I'm so happy that it is not at 6 figures yet. I don't have to tell anybody shit now. Don't have to.
Turn around.
Turn around.
Was that Adam? That sounded good.
Thank you.
No, that was me. That was me. That wasn't Adam.
It was mostly Ethan.
That was me. That was not Adam. Thank you.
Is this really a closeout stream?
Well, yeah, kind of.
Because I didn't hear any Flint Flossie yet. I mean, I know it's early. But I mean, it's a closeout stream. Trent, you're not down with Flint?
I didn't say that.
It's your closeout stream.
No, it's not.
Flint Flossie saves us every stream.
Oh, really?
That's how we extend our stream so that we can keep it going. It is true. You know, Flint Flossie. Trent doesn't even know who Flint Flossie is.
No, I really don't. Yeah.
All right,
you're not familiar with the Church of Flint?
You got to show the old
he has
stuff,
a church?
Ethan. Don't show them the new stuff. The old stuff, like that's my other girlfriend.
They're all hysterical.
No, the newer ones aren't that funny.
The newer ones are kind of like sincere, which is weird. All right, so here's let's do a little Flint Flossie here.
I got a lot of chicks. Short, tall, thin, to very thick, elevate. I don't discriminate. Black, white, brown, I love to date. Love to date. Yo, got a chick named Tina. Shorty got money, real rich, drive a Beamer. I turn the tunes loud cause I know that she a screamer. Put it on her face like my name not Zima. Can't forget Tanya, you know she a fighter. Always trying to kick me like we playing Street Fighter. I say pretty please girl, this a new shirt. But she never care and I'm all make it hurt. I got my girl Carrie, or her name Kim. I always get confused cause I know she got a twin, baby.
It don't matter.
You real thick, nice skin. Either way you do it, don't matter, it's a win. All
now hold on one second.
Mama bird.
I never do this. I never interrupt Flint Flossie, but I want you to notice something here.
Is he that tiny? No.
Yes, he is.
Either way.
What is this around his neck, gentlemen? Those of you,
That's
an ascot.
Yeah.
Those of you who told me ascots are gay and that they're never coming back.
Shame on them.
No, they're not. They're definitely not gay.
What do you think this is? This is an ascot, ladies and
He
gentlemen.
puts the ascot on and gets twins immediately.
Immediately.
Freddie had one from Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, but he was gay, though.
That's a little dated.
All right, here we go.
You do it, don't matter, it's a win. All I'm saying is, like a mama bird, I got a lot of chicks. Like a mama bird, I got a lot of chicks. Like a mama bird, I got a lot of chicks. All these girls, they want a piece of this. I got a nest full, like a mama bird. I got a nest full, like a mama bird. I got a nest full, like a mama bird. Like a mama bird, I got a lot of chicks. I got a nest full, like a mama bird. I got a nest full, like a mama bird. I got a nest full, like a mama bird. Like a mama bird, I got a lot of chicks. Shorty like it naughty at the West End, top floor. Heather likes to watch, that's her best friend. Front row. She real shy, here's a good suggestion. Sexy real good while your best friend resting. Cause I'm a gentleman and a scholar. Seen with the best chicks, call them top dollar. Not a bank, never chase, gotta make her follow. Do me good, sex me right, then I make you holla. Like my girl Lottie up, knows how to potty up. Did it at the hotel back in Abu Dhabi. And her Aunt Bonnie, she a hot mommy. Ooh, yeah, she kinda snobby, but damn, she got a body. All I'm saying is, like a mama bird, I got a lot of chicks. Like a mama bird, I got a lot of chicks. Like a mama bird, I got a lot of chicks. All these girls, they want a piece of this. I got a nest full, like a mama bird. I got a nest full.
This guy can dance.
I got a nest full, like a mama bird. Like a mama bird, I got a lot of chicks. I got a nest full, like a mama bird. I got a nest full, like a mama bird. I got a nest full, like a mama bird. Like a mama bird, I got a lot of chicks. Ain't nothing like a woman. Smell, taste, touch. Yo, I love them so much. I'ma keep it real. I'm addicted to the kitty. Make me feel good. I'm always need it with me. Yo, Cuba to Aruba, Denmark to Nepal. Yep. Like Ash, baby, yo, I gotta catch them all. I wouldn't say greedy, I would use the word admire. I think they all gems, rose gold, sapphire. It's a damn shame that I lust this much. But you can't blame that I lust this much. I'm all love here. I ain't never with the drama. I like them down to earth. I ain't with the prima donnas. And I tell them, yo, a woman is a woman. I don't care. Like them short cut, bold, long hair. Tall, slim, short, round, real thick. Come to my nest and be one of my chicks. What you mean? I got a nest full, like a mama bird. I got a nest full, like a mama bird. I got a nest full, like a mama bird. Like a mama bird. I got a lot of chicks. I got a nest full, like a mama bird. I got a nest full, like a mama bird. I got a nest full, like a mama bird. Like a mama bird. I got a lot of chicks.
Yes. DJ Sick Rick's in the chat. He's admiring the beat switch up. That's our guy, Flint Flossie.
Yeah.
That is our dude.
Super dope.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and great dancer. Like you said, you know, I believe, if I recall, one of the claim to fame of Flint Flossie was that Beyonce actually took one of their dance moves.
Yeah, he thought it was a tribute. I think it was theft. And I'd be quick.
I think I would call it a ripoff, personally. I'd say it's a ripoff.
Yeah, let me smang it, smash it, and bang it. Smashing.
Is that a thing?
It's a thing.
Yeah,
is a thing.
Well, I mean, yeah, it is. And Beyonce took it, and you know, look, it. I don't know. They took it as a tribute, but again, you know, we're very peculiar about it. We're suspicious about people.
Well, they were like, "Thank you, Beyonce," and she never came back and said, "You're welcome."
Yeah,
that sounds like theft. Yeah.
All right, now listen, Trent. If I am Flint Flossie, the man that you just saw there, and I think there are a lot of parallels to be drawn between me and him. You know,
totally,
you would be young Humma. All right, so you would be young Humma.
Yeah,
let me show you a little.
Honor. Yeah.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, so this is who Trent is, and I'm in this video too.
Okay, this is an honor. Okay.
This is you.
Young Humma. Hey. Hey. Tommy Scratch B. Hey, little lady, how you feeling? It's Humma Boo at the crib, just chillin'. Trying to figure out what I'm gonna do today. How about you throw on something sexy and come my way? I got a treat for you and you're gonna like it.
She likes
I hear those giggles, go ahead and get excited. You say in bed that your man is a lame guy? Having sex with him is just like watching paint dry? Damn, I really hope that ain't true. But if it is, here's what I'm gonna do for you. And when you get here, I'm not just gonna bang it, I'ma smash it too. And I'm gonna sing. Let me sing it, girl. Let me sing it, girl. Smash it. Let me sing it, girl.
There it is. That's the move.
The way I work that kitty gonna make your heart sing. Let me sing it, girl. Smash it in there. Let me sing it, girl. Smash it in there. Let me sing it, girl. Smash it in there. The way I work that kitty gonna make your heart sing. Now are you ready, baby? Then let's get crazy. Hope your muscles warmed up. You can't be lazy.
Yes.
This is what I like to call smash bang fusion. Gotta focus, mama. You don't want to get a cooch contusion. I like to I like to do I like to start slow and then I beat it up. You should be cautious. Don't be scary. I'ma have you looking like a wild thornberry. The locals got you dry. Well, let me be your tourist, and I'll leave your body feeling like a rainforest. So let's get it poppin'. Tell me, can you hang? Then let me sling it, baby. Smash it in, bang. Let me sling it, girl. Smash it in, bang. Let me sling it, girl. Smash it in, bang. Let me sling it, girl. Smash it in, bang. The way I work that kitty gonna make your heart sing.
So this is basically the equivalent of Trent Kanuga bringing in Creed, the comics gate. This is like a dance interpretive. Now here's me promoting it.
Flint Flossie, Haitian. Smash and bang is my favorite combination. Kiss it to your toes, do you get that sensation? It's a love scene, baby, with no communication.
Right.
Baby, got mine's off now to the next location. I need inspiration, your mouth fixation. Smanging them jaws is my life's aspiration. F.Force loves ladies and relations. Love it. Call me Marathon, my jitty run long. Call me Schwarzenegger, my sex game strong. I smang it Tarantino from dusk till dawn. I smang it everywhere from the bed to the lawn.
Let me smang it, girl. Smash it in.
You're welcome.
Let me smang it, girl.
There I am.
Let me smang it, girl. Smash it in, baby. The way I work that kitty gonna make your heart sad. Let me smang it, girl. Smash it in, baby. Let me smang it, girl. Smash it in, baby. Let me smang it, girl. Smash it in, baby. The way I work that kitty gonna make your heart sad. Let me smang it, girl. Smash it in, baby. Let me smang it, girl. Smash it in, baby. Let me smang it, girl. Smash it in, baby. The way I work that kitty gonna make your heart sad. Let me smang it, girl. Smash it in, baby. Let me smang it, girl. Smash it in, baby. Let me smang it, girl. Smash it in, baby. The way I work that kitty gonna make your heart sad.
This is a very sexy live stream, by the way.
It would be. We just got shut down.
What?
No.
Yes, we did. Stream suspended. That's never happened before.
Oh, damn.
Oh, shit.
For Flint?
For policy violation for Flint. Yeah, everybody's going nuts.
Oh, that's weird. Timer looks like it's still going, chat.
Timer's going, but I'm looking at the stream. Stream suspended for policy violations.
Too.
Do we just come right back with another stream? What are you doing? What are you going to do?
It was worth it. Who cares? Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Trent, let's see where we got here. Let's check out the end result.
That's bullshit.
$96,770. We are going to get to six figures tonight, which is pretty exciting. Yeah.
Are we
going to fire
back
up
on?
another one?
Are we going back on?
No, I don't think so. I don't think we can.
Oh, damn.
It still says we're live, but you know, all right, hold on. Let me end the broadcast and try again. But I don't think so. I think I got a strike.